Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to another Illegally Cited Twitch stream. This time we are returning to a game that I've played a few times on the channel and on the stream, visually and audibly, and I'm going to torture myself tonight again. I'm going to try to play the Toby Accessibility Mod on on Doom. So we have the deluxe pack going. And I'm going to try to play this without using my vision as much as humanly possible. So,
hi.
Hello,
I
thanks.
am excited that you were alive again and hope that I could stay the whole time. Hope I'm not bothering you. We're done by coming in.
Nope, glad to have people coming in.
I'm gonna get a shout out on a YouTube channel.
Cool.
Dude wanted a book my roommate happens to have.
So,
I asked for a shout out to send it to him.
Okay.
$40 shipping.
Jeez.
Worth it
so before we get going, I kind of teased on Twitter a little bit earlier today because I wasn't quite sure. But in chat, if anybody has any questions, and I thought about actually officially putting it on my Twitter too, but we do have Mr. Alan D1. Huge shout out to Mr. Alan D1. He is the creator of the Toby Accessibility Mod. He's gotten help with a couple little things here and there for certain things, but he has basically been plugging away at this for a few years now.
Roland 1.
And
greetings everyone.
Hello, thank you for... So now it's no pressure. Not only do I have to not suck, but I have to not suck in front of the developer. So no pressure. All right, here we go. So yeah, if you have any questions, you know, you're interested in, like, I would actually, one of these days, I should just, like, you know, I'd love to chat with you, like, live, and just be like, you know, just really how you came up with this stuff, like, how you, I know the story of Toby.
I wish more devs/mod makers did this.
Yeah,
I feel like it helped them make their works better.
It's super cool.
Seralim Access Mod Maker crashes my streams sometimes. Love it.
Yeah, Alan had told me, we were chatting a little bit via email earlier this week, and he's like, hey, when are you streaming again? And because I said, yeah, I might stream this weekend. And he's like, well, maybe I'll stop in if I can. And so I was like, well, let's try it out. And yeah, no, I'd love to see, I know how you kind of came up with the idea.
Yeah, I'd be more than happy to have a live chat.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool.
We may have to do that at some point. So we are going to load Doom 2. Here we go. We've got the mods all queued up. Now the hardest part for me is going to remember to hit spacebar instead of E, because E is what I usually use in other Doom mods. So if I use E, it'll turn me north, which could really screw with my orientation. So just try to remember not to hit E. Anyway, we are going to go into the game here, and I am going to play it on easy because I'm going to play blind. I did stream this a few weeks ago just to check out the whole spiel, and had fun doing that visually on ultraviolent. Did beat it. Had a few trouble spots, but I did beat it. So, in the deluxe version, we start with E1, M1, and I can hit Q.
North.
There we go. We got north. Let me know if the volume is okay. Let me know if the balance, like game versus chat and everything, is good enough. Let me know if anything needs to be adjusted. We can handle that.
Blind Ryan, that's not the normally 1M1.
No, I don't remember if you've seen. These are adapted, so they're slightly modified versions. Like, I'll show you around this a little bit just so you have an idea. Because originally it was a thing of how do you convey the complexity on Doom maps. Like, things have been flattened a little bit, but they're largely based off of original maps. So yeah, it is different. Like, you go over here to the left, you don't have that ginormous staircase. You have, you know, a little bit of it there. You can see where it's still there. But you have all these sounds that indicate, like, your armor, your health, any power-ups you can do.
Blind Ryan, tweaked rather than butchered.
Right.
Paula.
Right.
2169, just curious. You don't have to answer this, but have you thought of making a paid subscription to your Twitch channel or your YouTube channel? I know some YouTubers have Patreons, I think they're called. If you ever did, and if I ever have the money, I would pay for it.
I've thought about it, but I haven't really...
_dorm room. The chat is a bit quiet compared to your voice on stream, but not terrible.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, the chat, I'm not quite sure what I'd have to do to boost that a little bit more, but it's really the game versus me that want to make sure that it's okay. So we have armor. It'll tell us what we're collecting. At any time I can hit Q.
Is the speed door there to get into the outdoors?
No, it is not. That part is actually missing. Trust me, I look, because normally the pillar would be right here. Trust me, I play knee deep in the dead probably at least a couple times a month. It's just level perfection. But you can get to it from the other way, so I'll show you how it's been modified.
Tongue sticking out.
Yeah, knee deep in the dead. I just saw the first-person shooter Kickstarter thing they tweeted, like, what is your favorite Doom level? I'm like, can't I just say the entirety of episode 1? Because it's just pure perfection. So here we got our similar room. It's different, but you hear how...
Blind Ryan. Nice how he added art assets for iHavers.
But you hear... You hear how, like, when I target, when I have somebody in front of my gun, it will give me a targeting beep, which will tell me that I'm gonna hit something, and that even could be an explosive barrel. So I'm playing visually just to show you right now, but when I warp to episode 2, we're not. I think so. What he did here, it's the same layout, but he's like, you guys are just getting used to the game. Maybe not have the poison kill you right yet.
_dorm room. That's like asking why would you buy Duke Nukem when the shareware version was the best set of levels in the whole game.
Exactly. The first 2 levels, what are their names now? LA Meltdown and... that's the first episode, LA Meltdown, I think. But yeah, the streets and the theater and the strip club.
Yeah, the sharewares being the best was way too common back in the day.
Yep. See, so you do have a door where the secret was originally here. So you do have this, but it's kind of cool. I like what he did with the outdoor. Because it's different. You go out here, and it's kind of like rediscovering the game, because it's like, oh, it's just different enough. Chain gun, eat it. So you have the pool out here, but then you have, like, so you got a key over here, which normally they wouldn't even have a key in this level. So it's really cool how it's been changed and updated. See, if I target this, then it'll blow. So yeah, I mean, I really like, and especially some of the later episodes, episode 2 and 3, I always get confused in the vanilla levels of those sometimes. So I kind of like some of the redesigns on this actually quite a bit. Oh, you didn't splash damage. I'm used to the brutal Doom, just massive destruction of splash damage. Going back down to vanilla. So that's kind of how he is changed. And again, doing this blind, it's not the combat that worries me, at least on easy. It's the navigation. Because right now I'm doing this visually. But when I go in... Let's see, there's another jackass over here. There we go. So... the problem is, you have to navigate all this and really make a mental map. Now, my main advantage for episode 1 was that I've played this a gazillion times. Episode 2 and 3, not so much. So, it's going to be interesting.
How much is the smart? Also, have you thought about playing dungeons and such? or Twitch or YouTube?
Yeah, I've got it on my phone. I just haven't played it yet. My backlog is so ginormous right now. I could take a week off of work and still not even come close.
I meant mod.
The mod is free. There's different versions of it. You can get like the deluxe mod, which is all the episodes built into one. Because he first did the episode 1, then he released episode 2, like what was it, last summer? And then episode 3, and then we got a big deluxe mod. So there's 20 levels of accessible Doom. So that's what's really cool. Well, there's an overview, and I'll kind of explain more as I go here, but yeah, gonna be doing the eyes closed thing here shortly. So we go in here, and this is your end of level sound. Boom. So level is actually a little more complex than the original. And this level, it's not actually based off of episode 1. This was the original test map that he had done. And I've, like, when I did early versions of videos of this, this is the map that he had in a different in an earlier version. So this is, if you look at this, this is right out of Wolfenstein. You got your prison cells on the side. You got, yeah, it's sort of Wolfenstein-esque. Not quite, but it just kind of reminds me with the cells, and definitely reminds me of the first level of Wolfenstein 3D. So, also nothing wrong with that. I love a good Wolfenstein. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. I'm going to do a warp, and we're going to start episode 2. All right. Okay, IDCLEV08.
Eternal Noobs _
Okay.
Can we someday get an accessible version of Fear? It's no Doom, but could be a good pipe dream of an idea.
Oh, Fear would be really tricky. Fear, oh, yeah, Fear would be good. Okay, so we're in basically the start of episode 1, or episode 2. And we're going to try to do this blind. So first thing we need to do,
north.
Starting due north. Now, I kind of have, I don't remember exactly how this is laid out compared to the original. But I kind of sort of remember, so I have a little bit of knowledge since I've played this before. So we're going to go forward, and we're going to look for items.
Eternal Noobs _ dorm room. I repeat, pipe dream of an idea, especially for the AI director nature of the enemy.
Oh, I know. Okay, targeting, where are you, soldier? Gotcha.
North. Clear.
So we're going to be playing a lot slower. Okay, I don't need health.
North.
Okay.
East.
And I am using keyboard and mouse. We have vertical mouse off, so all we can do is look left and right. Because if you were looking vertically, it would just be a nightmare. I would never hit anything. So we're playing old school. But it's a lot smoother than old school. So we're going to keep moving. Any power-ups? Okay, I hear dudes. Oh, they're infighting. 2-for-1 special there, I heard. Where are you, little bastards?
South. Clear. Clear. Shotgun.
Okay, oh, I hear an imp. Uh-oh, that was a fireball.
South.
Okay, I hear...
Box of shells.
Eternal Noobs _ dorm room. Dancing with the enemy, you move, he moves, and keep trading places.
Oh, I love the
Object
close quarters combat.
is now hosting you.
I love... Thanks for the host. Thank you for that. I love the AI in the close quarters combat in Fear. It is so good. Okay, where are you? Beep at me. Oh dear. That wasn't good.
Object _ in space. This looks cool. Didn't realize we could use it for the regular levels now.
They're not the regular levels. They are modified. There is the Toby Doom mod and the map packs. So when you start this, I've explained it, and it's a little much to go into right now, but you have to have GZ Doom, the original Doom WAD file, which is basically the game content, essentially. And then you have to have the Toby Doom mod and the level packs. You kind of have to have like 4 things and piece them together to get them to work.
2169, just letting you know I am still here, but I'm going to take a shower, so might not chat for a while.
Okay, yeah, no, feel free. You're more than welcome. Yep. We got a pretty lively crowd in here, so.
Space. Oh, okay. Didn't know about the level packs.
Yep. There are 3 level packs if you want them individually and run them, or you just have the deluxe pack, which is what we're in right now, and that combines all of them in. You get 20 levels of accessible Doom. Because the problem with original Doom levels is that you need, in order for the levels to be fully accessible, they have to be. There are certain things that vanilla levels don't have, where like triggering switches and doors, you have to have extra coding that the original maps don't have.
So that's really cool.
Yep, and yeah, he'll be back. But yes, we have the developer of Toby Accessibility Mod. So if you have any questions, or maybe some wish list items, or maybe could he maybe plug away on another game?
Object_in_space. I will check that out.
So yeah, he'll be back. He'll let us know when he's back. But okay, I'm chatting, and I'm kind of hopefully I can remember where I'm going here. So I'm using like the computer terminal sounds as landmarks too. So okay, I hear that is a key.
Roland 1. Yeah, if anyone has any questions, I'm at the ready to answer.
Yep, that's so awesome.
I just wish it worked for more games and etc.
Oh, for sure. Well, the problem is it's so hard to retrofit accessibility. You always hear like it's so much harder to add accessibility to something rather than building it in from scratch. I mean, Doom is over 25 years old. So the fact that, people are still making mainstream Doom mods. Like there's this Sulaco Doom mod that it basically combines Fear and Doom, and it looks fucking sick. It looks so good. But they're making those mods, and the fact that we're getting an accessibility mod like 25 years plus later is awesome. So, all right, where am I here? I grabbed the key, and I am going to follow. When I'm blind, I need to hug the wall.
Southwest. South. Northeast.
Okay, I want to go east.
East.
There we go. Okay, we got the wall on our right.
East.
Okay, I hear a door. Where?
Eternal Noobs_dorm room. 25 years is just a testament to how classic and solid a game Doom really is.
No question. There's a reason Doom Guy is my avatar everywhere. Because Doom is just so good.
Clip.
Okay, oh, I hear beeping. Okay, I hear armor of some kind. Where's my armor? Uh-oh. Got him. Where'd that armor go? Ah, cool.
West.
Okay, I'm going west. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna hug the left wall. Okay, I hear power-ups that I want.
Clip kit.
Okay, I got a med kit, so apparently I needed health.
Clip.
Might be a good idea, like eventually if there were a way to even have like an audio sound to say, like if I go over a clip or a med kit or health item and I don't need it, to tell me that, hey, you're on it, but you don't need it.
Shelves.
That might be kind of helpful. Because sometimes, like, am I on the health or not quite?
_dorm room. We just need some force feedback to add a tactile sense for walls.
Yeah, if I was playing, if we had it set up to work with like an Xbox controller, you probably could. But I don't think, like, Doom is not, unless you have like the Xbox version. I mean, I suppose you could use like Joy to Key or something, but that's just a pain in the ass. I think it would be. Can I open? Oh, what? Uh-oh. Oh!
Eternal Noobs _dorm room. Poetry on feature creep is key to any good idea.
Okay, I hear lava. Or
Roland
poison.
I can see if I can incorporate an ammo/healthful mechanism.
Okay. Very cool. Okay, we got a door.
West.
So we're still going west. Okay, I hear ammo to the right, so I'm going to strafe. Uh-oh. No, we're not. We're going to shoot a guy. I love the growling sound, the extra growling sounds that you added for the demons. That's great.
North.
Okay, so we were going west, now we got to go north.
Shelves. Medkit.
Okay.
Health 5.
Okay. Oh, I thought that was a door. Huh. Oh, right. Okay, there's a
Roland
switch.
Yeah, they fit very well. I love them, too.
North. Northeast. Northeast. East.
One thing I wish the Doom, I know it's a Doom engine thing, they don't have diminishing audio. I remember we had this email conversation. Because you have, where are you, little bugger? Ow. They don't,
Southeast.
let's see,
South.
I think I want to go south. They don't have diminished audio. Like, you have to be right. Like, if you're visually looking at a level, you can tell that there's a door across the room. But, like, audibly, there's no way. Like, you have to be kind of right up on a door. So that's why you really got to hug walls if you're playing with no vision, because they don't have diminishing levels of audio to let you know that, hey, as you get closer, it'll get louder. But that's a Doom limitation. That's not anything that... Okay, where's that health? Okay. So that is the end of the level. Hey, I beat one level!
Eternal Noobs _dorm room. I recently had a short paragraph talking about audio icons and just how effective they are for recognition.
Okay. I know what level this is based off of, and this one could be confusing. This is the warehouse level, if I recall correctly. So this is going to be doozy. What am I facing?
South.
South, okay. I'm going to find the right wall. Oh, I thought I heard armor. How do I... Wait, there was...
Shelves.
Ooh.
Eternal Noobs _dorm room.
Ooh,
They were
shotgun.
talking about the HBO original static angle or the initial inside sounds, but it's so true for games.
Wait, there's a
and
door
enemies
here?
when you're keen of aired.
Wait a minute.
South.
McKenna 2169. I am back.
All
How
right.
much does it cost for the pack of all 3 seasons?
The mod itself is free. The only thing you have to buy is the original Doom. Oh, actually, you want to buy Doom 2, actually, because you need the Doom. You basically are going to need to copy or use the Doom2.wad file, because that is... It's so hard to explain. Like, it's not hard to do. It's just sort of hard to explain, especially when I got a bunch of things going on here. Okay, there was a chirp here.
North.
Ah, shit, I did it again. I hit E.
East. South.
Okay. What? Why is there a door? Oh, there's a switch. Because I heard a thingy.
Eternal Noobs
Oh.
It's a wall switch, not a door.
Okay, yeah. So maybe could there be a different audio for switch versus doors? Yeah, because I heard the platform lower or move. I bet you that's where that armor is that I heard. Okay.
South.
Uh-oh. Okay, I hear dudes. Hold on. Ah, imp. Armor. Aha.
Medkit. South.
Can I go to the right? No, I can't. Okay, so we're going to keep going south.
South.
I hear ammo.
Shells.
Okay, we're going to back up. Come to me. Haha. Die imp.
South. Shells. South. West.
Okay, we're going to go west. Uh-oh, we're going to back up. Uh-oh. Ha. Gotcha.
West.
Okay, I think I need to go
West.
until I can't. Oh, okay, we got left and right. As soon as I hear that beep,
West.
I'm firing. Where are you, little imp? Ah! Oh, I think I even dodged. Oh, I was going to say, I even dodged a fireball. Hey, dodged that one. Ha! All right.
North.
All right. Now, okay, I got the wall on my left. I got a buzzing noise. That's going to be a landmark. And I think there's the key back here, if I recall my orientation from playing this before. Uh-oh.
North.
That is a great sound.
Object_in space Admiralland 1, that is super appreciated. I am gonna drop you a follow. I have to eat
Thank
right now,
you.
but I am sure I will have feedback for you later.
All right,
I
yeah.
played the mod a while back and really appreciated it. The only thing I wanted was to play the original Doom levels, haha. But having 20 levels will do.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, like I said, I'm so grateful that, I mean, like I said, even like when my ex was up here, I mean, she was a huge Doom fan too. And just like, as much as I love, okay, let me get this key.
Blue key card.
I mean, just look at how old this game is and how popular it is, and we actually got accessibility for it.
Chain gun.
Ooh. Okay, now we're talking. Where's
Blind Ryan, Chip is going to give me an asthma attack. What did I miss?
North.
Just talking about Doom and navigating. I beat the first level. I didn't look. Okay.
North.
Now, I want to spin around. I just want to walk around a little bit here because I want to make sure I'm not missing any power-ups, and I'm not. So we're going to turn.
Southeast. South.
And I'm going to hug the wall. Kind of hitting right as I'm moving forward just so I can strafe. Now, do I need that health? Okay, where is it?
Eternal
Health.
Noobs_dorm
South.
Talking about appearance, the textures look great, and this is way before the era of shaders to get the same affect more dynamically.
Okay,
Mechanic
now I'm gonna
2169. If I ever do have the money to get that Doom file that I need, is there a way we can get in contact so you could teach me how to run it? Blind Ryan, Admiralland 1 gonna do Dusk or one of the Retros FPS games.
I did play Dusk on the channel for a while. At least the first episode, I played it once or twice. There's another couple of them that are either out or coming out that I want to play.
South.
And I have the new Serious Sam thing that I haven't gotten around to playing either. Okay.
South.
Uh-oh. Oh, pissed off demon. I find that backing up is generally a good strategy because that way I don't have to lose my orientation. Instead of spinning to turn, I kind of back up if I can, and that way I don't have to get super disoriented when I'm walking around. Now, if I remember, this was in the original too, and I discovered this by accident. If I am where I think I am, okay, I'm on the wall.
Blind Ryan, you using mouse turning?
Yes. No vertical, but no...
South.
Okay, where is it? Oh! Okay, it just went down. I thought I hit use, but I didn't hear the thing. So I got my soul sphere. Huzzah. So
South.
I need to go... I'm gonna... Let's see. I want to go north.
Northwest.
Okay, that's too far.
North.
Blind Ryan, oh. Admiral and 1, you should do the first Project Warlock.
I've played that a little bit on there. Yeah, the Project Warlock it's hard, but it's cool. Okay, why don't I have... I thought there would be a wall here. Okay, so I must have gotten forward somehow. Let me go...
Southeast.
Let's go...
East.
Okay, let's go east.
Blind Ryan, I'm suggesting games for the mod maker.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know what engines those use. I think a lot of them are done in Unity. I think. So, I don't know. Because, yeah, Doom has its own, like, old school Doom has its own sort of mod type thing. Yeah. I mean, God, yeah, I would love to see... I mean, even, like, I think with the way... It's a little harder to mod, but with just the way that the levels are constructed, they're flat, they're right angles, like Wolfenstein 3D, if you could make... If those could be made... I mean, those you really wouldn't have to modify as far as level layout, because they are simple. They're flat, they're right angles, they're... Oh, okay, I hear dudes. Ah! Fireball.
Blind Ryan, I don't know why I hate Unity, but I do. Maybe because so many devs use it and
it's
blame it
gotten...
for inaccessibility.
Yeah, well...
Exactly why I suggested Project Warlock. Simple maps.
Yeah, I wish, especially with Project Warlock 2, they're still early in development. I wish they would implement like some sort of blind accessibility type of stuff in there. I mean, I know we already, both of us did videos for them on that, or on low vision accessibility, but just the fact that they could consider. Okay, I hear ammo to my left.
East. Shell clip.
This is really harder than I thought it would be because I'm multitasking. I'm trying to do a conversation and sort of keep
Roland
oriented.
I wish I could do accessibility for those other games, but I'm not familiar with their engines.
Right.
They run a little different from Doom.
Yup, exactly. Okay, so that sounds like it's right in front of me.
East.
So I probably don't need health.
Excellent.
Okay. Oh, right, I have the soul sphere. Of course I don't need health. Of course I don't need health.
Blind Ryan.
Okay.
I feel like they're kind of stuck in their dev cycle now, but I'm friends with their audio guy, so hopefully some good cues will be forthcoming.
Yeah, I mean, even if they could get some ideas from, you know, things like audio games like A Hero's Call, or have them download and try the Toby Accessibility Mod, you know, because that's the kind of audio cues, like, you know, yeah, they're coded differently, but you could use similar concepts to what Alan's doing in here. I mean, that's the thing. That's why I really want to push this, because it's showing, like, hey, you can take mainstream games and mainstream type levels like this and make them accessible.
East.
Okay, I have no freaking clue where the blue door is. I got the key, but okay, I got armor.
Armor bonus. East.
But I have no idea. I can't remember if it's left or right. Don't tell me. I will
Yellow
hope.
key is required.
Oh, what?
Yellow key is required.
Oh, okay, yellow key is required. Okay. Okay,
Yellow
so...
key is required. Shell.
Okay, I got the shells.
East.
Okay, I found a wall. So I'm going to hug
North.
the right
Blind
wall.
Ryan. Wasn't gonna tell. That would be telling.
North.
Okay, uh-oh.
North.
The heck? Oh, that's not a door. That's wait.
North.
Okay, I want to be...
West.
Yeah, okay, I want to be west. So the wall's on my right. That's just a computer terminal. I can use as a landmark.
West.
Okay, I hear a door. Now, I don't know if this was a regular door or if it was a key door. There's not an indication. Let's say that I found a regular door after I got a key. I remember they open, but they don't really tell you, like, oh, blue key used or something. Like, that way you know that, oh, I didn't just go do a key that I already did. Okay, I want to...
West.
I sort of remember the way
Jeffrey,
this is laid out.
This is awesome.
I think.
West.
Okay, west, so I'm going to
Shelves.
hug the wall.
West.
Let's go north.
Northwest.
No.
Northwest. North.
Eternal Looks _ dorm room. As for not telling, I still can't get over my getting stuck in Wind Weaker back in Edit. So simple and so obvious, but I couldn't figure it out for way too long.
Okay, because I remember it's either like a square or a U shape. Because I remember this from the original game where there's like an open room, but this is slightly modified.
North.
So I want to go east again because I got the weapons or whatever I got.
East.
I wasn't even paying attention. Okay, there's our wall. There's our door that now we can go past it. Okay, here a terminal to the left.
East.
Oh, I hear angry things. Down, boy!
East.
Okay.
Shelves.
Okay, I think I found a wall in front of me. Let's...
North.
Okay, north. Okay. Gotta... Oh man, that's like an old school computer sound. That sounds like an old 486. That sounds like an old school drive there. Okay, here, armor.
Armor bonus. Armor bonus.
Okay, I think we got all the armor.
North.
So let's... Okay. So now we're gonna... I'm just basically... I'm hugging the wall. Now I'm gonna go so that...
West.
No, I want south.
South.
Because there's got to be a door somewhere. I think over here. Since it wasn't on the left wall. Okay, the terminal's on my... Okay, there's a door.
West. Northwest.
Uh-oh. Stun lock them.
North.
Okay, I have no idea if I'm in or outside of that door. I kind of backed off. Boy. Okay, this is my first time where I've really... I mean, I know where I am. Okay. So... Okay, there's my...
You never got in the door.
Yeah, I purposely backed off because I didn't want to be surrounded. Okay, so there's my old school computer. So if I go...
North. South.
Then I'll go this way. And then... Aha, okay, there's my door.
North.
Ah, damn it! I did it again.
Southwest. Northwest. West.
Okay. Yeah, okay, there's the pool of poison or lava, whatever it is. There's a key. But if I recall, I need a switch. So I'm going to hug the wall.
West.
Okay.
Northwest. South.
I think I'm lined up with it.
South. Yellow key.
Aha!
South.
Okay, so now I need to go...
South.
Let's see, I came in from the east side? No,
South.
I gotta go east, because I came in facing west,
Southeast.
I think.
East.
Okay, what is... Oh, that's health that I don't need.
East.
Okay. Okay, I hear a door. Now, to check... Yep, there's my old computer terminal sound. So I know I've gotten back out again.
East.
Okay, yeah, those physical landmarks, a lot of those weren't in the original game, and those environmental sounds actually really help, because then you have, like for computer terminals or bubbling poison or just little extra things, those really do help. Okay, so now we gotta find...
South.
I'm just gonna strafe, because I think there's a door that I need to get out of. Okay, computer terminal. Okay. Aha.
South.
Get through the door? Okay. Okay, now the door is behind me. I think I gotta go... If I hug...
Northeast. North.
No.
East.
I need to... Okay. There's my door on the left. I think if I hug this wall... If I follow it around, I think I'll eventually get to... What is it, the yellow door I need? I remember these first two levels. After this level, I'm probably gonna suck, because I sort of remember these levels, sorta, kinda.
East.
But I have a bad
South.
feeling that after this level, it's gonna get exponentially harder. Okay. What are you... Okay, okay, I found a door. Oh, let's... Any more is?
South.
Okay, I don't need those because I have the mega health.
Health. Excellent.
I can't remember, is there a key for ammo? I can't remember. Is there a keyboard shortcut for ammo count? I don't remember.
South.
Haha. Yeah. End of level. 2 down. Lots more to go.
Yes, it's the B key.
Okay, what did you say? B?
Substantial shell ammo on reserve.
Ah, okay. Okay. Oh, for bullets. Duh. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to remember from the original Doom. I'm trying to remember what the next... I think it was some... Is it this one or the next one that's like the viney level? Well, let's go... Oh, wait.
South.
Okay, south is the way we start.
Shotgun.
Oh, there's a door. Uh-oh, there's dudes.
Roland
South.
1. It's E2M3, refinery.
Right, and I'm trying, like I said, I'm trying to remember, I knew it was E2M3, but I couldn't remember what the theme was, because if I think back, see, that's the thing, if I remember, oh, the warehouse, okay, then I sort of kind of remember the original, and then I kind of have an idea, but again, that's going to bite me eventually, because I'll think of the original,
Shells.
and this one will be changed just enough to really mess me up. So there was a door. Door.
South.
Where's the door? Okay, there's the door. Hold on.
South. West.
Uh-oh.
West.
Okay, I know I'm outside of the door. I gotta be, because I backed up.
Clear.
Okay, there's ammo.
Shells.
Oh, yeah, this is... Okay, I think I sort of remember what this level is now. Yeah. So this is that one, it's a little different, but it's...
Box of ammo.
Okay. I don't remember exactly how this goes. Ooh, chain gun, that's good.
West.
Okay. I know this one is pretty much a square, I think.
Off. West.
So I'm just gonna... I know this isn't the way you would normally play Doom, but since I know I killed all the dudes in here, at least I think I did, I'm just not gonna turn. Is there anything... Okay, I have a wall behind me, which means there's my door.
West. Southeast. South. Southeast. East. Health bonus. East.
Okay, now I'm back out in the hallway.
East.
There's my thing.
South.
Let's go get that ammo.
Clear.
Oh, right, the pool in the middle. Yes. Yes, the pool that thankfully I can't fall in. It's like a poison fountain, I think. I'm going to go with the tried and true. I'm going to go to the left. Okay. I'm going to go around the left because that's just, I kind of go clockwise. That's sort of the way I roll in these old Doom levels. Imp. Okay, at least he didn't shoot me. I wish I could think of more questions to ask. I mean, it's kind of hard to think and play, but... Okay, it's just so cool. Oh, dude. Heard a beep. Okay, there's a wall.
South.
Okay, south. Do I want to go here? I'm just gonna... Uh-oh. There he is.
South.
There's a lot of noise around me right now. Okay, that is health somewhere. Yeah, I don't remember this level at all. Okay, there's a computer or something.
Blue key is required.
Okay.
South.
Blue key. So is there anything ahead? No. I'm gonna go back. Actually,
South. West.
there's my wall. Okay, now I can go to the... Okay, there's my fountain again. So I'm going to go forward.
West.
Okay, there's a wall to my left, so now I've gotten through that passage. Ooh, what are you?
Southwest. South.
Uh-oh. Shotgunner. Ah!
South.
Okay, where... Okay, I know I backed up. Okay, I don't need the health.
Health excellent.
God bless that soul sphere.
Shotgun.
I gotta find me more of them.
Cliff.
Okay,
South.
I don't remember the layout of this room. Not a clue. So, we're gonna hug the left wall. Actually, I'm gonna go find that armor that I hear. Armor.
Armor bonus. Armor bonus.
Okay, there's health. I hear bullets. Uh-oh, I hear dudes. Okay, where do those bullets go? Okay, now I hear them.
Clear. Box of shells.
Okay, another dude.
South. Clear.
Okay, computer terminal. I hear armor somewhere.
Armor bonus. Armor bonus.
Okay.
South.
Okay, I hear a dude.
South.
I hear you, imp. Where are you?
South.
I'm trying to bait him.
Armor bonus.
Okay, let me just circle around. If I hear fireballs, I know.
Bonus.
Okay, there's a wall. Ah! Okay, I heard fireballs.
West. Armor bonus.
Yeah, there's a lot of noise, but I'm making sense of it. Okay. I'm just gonna hug the wall. I don't know what's on. I don't know if I'm missing stuff on the other wall, but we'll find out later.
Health bonus. West.
Kind of going in my cardinal directions. I don't want to go too much diagonals, because I know these maps are generally right angles. So, okay, I hear fire to my left, and I hear dudes on my right. Can I bait them more? If I wait here, will they come to me? Oh, there's a demon. Oh, he bit me.
West.
Okay, there's our fire.
West. Medkit.
Ooh,
North.
I hear... Whoa! Wow, did I hit him? I think I did. I just reflexively shot. I heard the fireball and went, oh god.
North.
Okay. Oh, getting out of here is going to be a pain.
Roland 1. Nice shot.
Thank you. Yeah, the combat, like I said, at least at this difficulty, doesn't worry me as much as the navigation does. It's the because that's the hardest part. Like, there's been games like on iOS where you're basically a stationary turret and you just turn, and you know you're just centering the audio for enemies and stuff. That's not so bad. But you know, again, I even have an advantage because I know how Doom works. I sort of know what these are based off of, so I kind of have my own techniques. But yeah, the navigation is what's going to be the hardest. Okay, I want to find that left wall. Okay, I don't think I need health. I'm going to hug. Oh, I hear... Okay, I know we're on the right track because I hear a key.
Blue skull.
Aha! Oh god, where was that blue door? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go south.
South.
Okay, wall on my right. And I'm going to just retrace my steps. There's the health that I don't think I need. Wall ahead of me. There's my fire that I remember hearing on my left before. So I want it on my right. There we go. It's pretty much on my right. There's a wall. There's a wall on my right. There's our computer terminal. I think there was armor on here at one time. Now, where was that door?
East.
Let's
North.
keep the wall to my side.
North.
Wait.
North. Northeast.
Okay. I thought I was going east before. Hold on. Because there's a terminal here. Is there another one over here? Oh, okay. There's two of them. Okay. Okay.
East.
So let's go, yeah, let's go north.
North.
Danny Marie AUC, Showing off the Doom mod.
Showing
That's
off,
fun.
showing off the Doom mod, and since welcome back. Thanks for stopping in, Danny. Even better, if you have any questions or comments or whatever, we do have the one and only Mr. Alan D1 in the chat, the developer of this accessibility mod. So, heck yeah. He is here watching me try to navigate these levels
Danny
without
Marie AUC.
Very
Very cool.
Heck yeah. Oh,
Thanks
I was
for making this
excited.
for the community. It
Yes,
is above
yes.
and beyond.
It is amazingly cool, and there's so many people that want to thank you. It's just awesome. Okay, I was going north. Okay. Hug the wall. There's got to be a door around here somewhere.
Danny Marie
Aha.
AUC. I have watched lots of videos but haven't installed it myself.
Yep. You need GZ Doom, the Doom mod, and the deluxe level pack. Okay. Okay, now, is this... Okay, this is our lava pool room. So if I recall, remember we were following the left. Yeah, that was in the middle. So if I... Okay, we're going north.
East.
Let's go east. There's our door on our right. I think if I hug...
East.
Okay, why is there no wall? Oh, wait a minute. This is that passage we went through before. So maybe... Let me go... Okay, there's a wall. I'm going to go right.
East.
Roland 1. It's my pleasure.
Okay, is there...
East.
Okay, that is a door. I don't know if it's the blue one or not. Ah, there's dudes. Yeah, that was probably the blue door. Wait, where are you? Okay, I love that little sound. Like, you can tell that you're hitting them.
In space. Here's a question.
East.
Is there anything you'd like help with to further develop the mod?
Oh,
What
great.
things would you like to do but can't because of time, or not knowing the right people, or not having the right support or whatever?
Great question. Great question.
East.
And if you want to get in touch with other like Doom and retro developers, oh, okay, the Soul Sphere has worn off. I actually have to pay attention to health again. The E1M1 magazine, if you follow them on Twitter, they have a Discord. They're big into these retro shooters. I kickstarted. Actually, they just did. They're in the middle of their episode or issue 10 through 12, I think it is right now. They just started on February 1st. I backed it. I'm getting the digital version. But that would be a good community to look at. And then FPS, the documentary, they're another thing that I backed on Kickstarter. They're doing a really just huge, comprehensive first-person shooter documentary thing. And these guys they've made other documentaries before, so they're like, I think they're part of the group
Danny
or
Marie
similar
AUC,
group that did.
I'll be lurking while I have dinner.
Sure,
But
sounds
keep
good.
doing what you're doing.
Cool. They are.
Line_toes. What up, Jesse?
Hey, yeah, cool. We got a crew going here. I'll finish this out and then I'll catch you up. But the guys doing this documentary, I think part of them were the ones that did like In Search of Darkness or In Search of whatever. There's really good long documentaries that they've done. So I'm very, very much looking forward to. But those might be good communities to tap into if you're looking for other developer or modder help. Okay,
East.
I was going east. So, Blind Toes, yeah, we got a whole bunch of people in the chat. We have the Toby Accessibility Doom mod, and we have its creator in the chat. So if you have any questions or comments, Mr. Alan D1, big shout out again. He is here. And it's awesome. Okay, we got a door that we were...
Roland 1. That's a very good question. Object in space. So far, we've covered a lot of things. We're currently working on an accessible main menu.
Ah!
A work in progress, but it's coming along. If there is anything you find that could use improvements, by all means, feel free to message me on the ZDoom forums.
Are you on Twitter by any chance, Alan? I tried to look you up, and I don't know if you are. Because I'd like to follow you there.
Toes. Awesome, I just got home from dinner and saw Donnie's tweet.
Ah. Okay. Okay, I gotta pay attention to my level here, because I'm totally... I've been chatting too much, and I am totally... what do I need to do? Okay, so we have some kind of weird ding 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 thing going on here. We need to go north.
Stim pack.
Okay, stim pack. How is my health?
Health fine.
Okay, that's good. At least it's not bad.
Land 1. No, I'm not on Twitter.
Okay.
I'm not much a social media person.
No, I hear you.
In space.
I'm not
Smart.
either. I'm not either. I do happen to... I guess out of all of them, I like Twitter the best because it's short. There's short messages and stuff. I actually deleted my I killed my Facebook account last year, and I'm kind of happy about it. Not gonna lie. I zapped my Facebook account because I was lucky if I checked it once a year or so before then. Anyway, so... But Twitter has been, like, I've met so many people, like, developers and... Uh-oh, you're a shotgunner. I've met...
Well, I definitely may have tweeted about this stream. LMAO.
Awesome, much
Danny
appreciated.
Marie, maybe we'll have some people pop in.
Yeah, no, like I said, I mean, when, Alan and I were emailing back and forth this week, he was telling me about the menus and stuff that he was working on. He's like, and I was like, yeah, I'm thinking about streaming this blindfolded again. And yeah, he offered to pop in the stream. Like, oh, that'd be fantastic. That'd be awesome. Okay, I hear weaponry. That is good. Okay, I hear poison ahead of me. So there's a wall to my left. Is there anything to my right? Okay, we got a wall. Okay, so it looks like... Or sounds like... Is that ahead of me or beside me? I think it's... Okay, there are... Okay, I must be on like a
Blind Ryan,
walkway.
I've got a hell of a build going. Evolved dagger, garlic, water, pears, lightning, and bones.
Oh, well, did you get the recent update? Because you can unlock a new character, and he's got a really badass ability. Thanks, Mr. Chris. Thanks for... I was going to chill this afternoon before the stream, but I had to go and unlock him. There's a new character, and he's got a pretty freaking rad ability that I'm totally not going to play after playing the stream.
Blind Ryan, already done.
Oh, okay.
Using 5k gold. Trying to get.
Yeah, I'm going to respec, because in my game right now, that ability is like 44 grand, and there's no way in hell I want to save up for that, so I'm going to respec a little better. We're talking about Vampire Survivors, which is a $3 early access game on Steam that is addictive as all hell. I've gotten, I think, almost a half a dozen people addicted on it so far. Just myself, and everyone else seems to be hooked on it, so kind of proud of that, not gonna lie. Okay, so I hear lots and lots of armor or ammo. Okay, there's got to be some there. Okay, there's a wall. Okay, there's our poison.
_dorm room. I just opened the game myself as I watch you play on my second screen.
I want to play this and that at the same time. Like, they're both so good. Okay, so... Oh, wait, Wait. There's a door behind me, I think. Okay, north, so let's go south.
Southwest. South.
Ooh, I like that noise.
Soul Sphere.
Yeah.
South. South.
That's exactly what I
Northeast.
want.
North.
Yes. I love that there's still secrets. I love that there are secrets in these levels, so we get to enjoy that. Oh god, okay. Chain gun for the stun lock. You dead? Uh-oh, no you're not. Are you dead now?
Eternal Noobs _ dorm room. I even saw another minor update, but no idea what has changed, if anything, like the last couple surprise updates, like how
Damn,
the forest
okay.
changed or the new char actor.
Ow. Stupid imp.
North.
Okay, I hear health.
North.
Okay, I can go left.
West. West.
Okay, there's a wall.
West. North. North.
I think we're in just some kind of room.
Northeast.
I don't know.
East.
I'm just gonna hug the wall. Okay, there's our health that we don't need because I got Mr. Soul Sphere.
East.
Ooh, I hear end of level noises. Ah, uh-oh, we have a demon. Wish I had my chainsaw.
East.
Okay, no health or anything in here. Alright. Other than the fact that I've been talking a lot, level 3 is down. I'm worried about episode 3. That could be a problem. Now, especially after E2M3, the further we get into episode 2, the less I'm familiar with these maps, or the less I remember about them. The one thing that I did not, I remember even on the higher difficulties, I remember not seeing
North.
is, like, there's no cyber demon, which fighting the cyber demon blind would be really scary. But I remember when I played this in like I probably played it in like 1994 or so, and I had a really good sound card that supported like not just Sound Blaster MIDI, but like good MIDI.
North.
And that sound, the heavy thumping of the footsteps you would hear of the cyber demon, like that scared the crap out of me as a kid. Like, and then when you saw him for the first time, you see this ginormous thing. Just that giant clunk, clunk, clunk. Man, that was freaky back then to me. I played it when I was like 12. Okay. There was... Oh, wait, what am I doing? I don't need health. I have Soul Sphere.
North.
Okay.
Blind Ryan,
here dudes.
First time you hear the Hell Knight in shareware. Also,
oh, yeah.
Banshees in Mass Effect 3 make an ungodly noise.
There's just something, though, about that. Like, it had this weird, like, synth soundtrack, and then hearing this ginormous, ominous, just clunk, clunk, clunky. You see all the ammo, and I think there's a Soul Sphere right in front of you, and it's just like, oh, hell, what am I getting myself into? Okay. Okay, I hear more...
North.
Let's go...
Northwest.
I want to go west.
West.
Ah! Oh, uh-oh. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa! Uh-oh.
Northeast. Northwest.
Ooh. Whew! Dodge that.
West.
Okay. West is where I was originally going. Apparently there was armor that I found. totally did not know that was there. Okay. Health, I think I'm good still.
Health, excellent.
Okay, that means we're above 100.
West.
Okay, here ammo. Because I knew there's dudes over here that I shot.
Chain gun.
Oh.
Box of ammo.
Ooh, okay, I'll take that. I definitely need more rounds for that.
West.
Okay, I need to find that left wall. Okay, there it is.
West.
Because we're gonna, I like to hug the left side.
West.
Okay, here, and then I just kind of divert as I hear items of interest. So that's why I'm kind of screwed if I have to go the long way, because there's no diminished audio. Where like if there's a door on my right that I need, and if I choose to go down, if I'm not familiar with the level, like I lucked out and found that door on the right on like E2 M2, but normally I kind of follow the left side because I take a clockwise approach to levels. That's just my style. And I would miss. Okay, we got poison on the left. What do we got over here? Do we have? Okay, so we're on like a bridge, I take it. Oh, I think I know what level I'm in right now. I don't remember the name of it, but it's the one where normally you had to run over all of these little poison rivers. Yeah, and there was a crusher, ceiling crusher on one of the keys. Yeah, I think I remember. This level in vanilla is challenging. I think I know what level this is.
West.
Okay, I hear ammo.
Roland 1, E2 M4, DMO's Labs.
Ow! Yeah, I don't remember the names of levels, really. I just remember, like, what they have in them.
Shells.
Okay. I hear health. I don't think I need it.
West.
Still going west. Okay, we finally hit a wall, so let's turn to the right.
North. Northeast.
Nope.
North.
Oh, I hear dudes. Are you coming over, or do I have to come hunt you down? Okay.
North. North.
Okay, there's a wall in front of me.
West.
Clip. Box of ammo.
Uh-oh, okay. Uh-oh.
Northwest.
Okay, I got a wall.
Northwest. West.
Okay, was that a door?
Southwest. South.
Nope. Okay.
West.
Let's go get that ammo. Oh, do I not need ammo? Wow, I'm actually full of ammo. That's surprising. Uh-oh. Okay, accidentally dodged that imp. That's good. Ooh, door. And
Southwest. Southwest.
why do I have a feeling there's gonna be things I need a machine gun for in here?
Southwest. South.
Oh yeah, I was right. We haven't had a cacodemon in a while. Ow. Okay, it closed. Yep, okay. So now I know I'm not in it. Let's go back and see if we can get ammo now.
Clip.
There we go. Now we can get ammo.
South.
Okay, where's that door? There it is. Ooh, there's a key in there, even better. And ammo.
Shell clip.
South.
Okay, there we go. Looks like this is just a small little room here. A little square-ish. Because there's just thump, thump, thump walls and stuff.
South.
Okay, let's go north.
Northeast. North.
Where's the door? Go forward. Wait. And I'll back up. There we go. Now our back is to the door.
North.
And I'm going to follow the left wall again.
West. West. North.
Okay. Oh, okay, dudes. Gotcha. Imp.
North.
Hope everyone's having a good weekend so far. It's been a pretty fun weekend for me. I've played a little bit of games, played some drums. Stream is pretty great so far, so yeah. Got some spaghetti and garlic bread earlier.
Northwest. West.
So, got good leftovers for tomorrow. Good stuff.
Shell.
West.
Okay. There's something in front. We got a computer terminal
North.
of some sort. Uh-oh. And I hear... Uh-oh, okay, whoa, that was... Is there another one? I thought I heard two imps. Okay, where's that ammo? Wait. Okay, there's my terminal.
Shells.
North.
Okay, north. Okay.
West. Southwest.
Nope.
West. West.
Okay, I want to go... I guess I still want to go
North.
north, I think. Okay, this is a key, or a door of some kind. I don't know if there's a key on it. Let's see, what... I'm trying to remember what color key I even got in that room. Was it blue or yellow? I forget. Okay, there's a demon.
North.
Roland 1, blue.
Ah.
East. East.
Line_toes, having a shotgun is always
Ah.
helpful against monsters.
Indeed. The shotgun is... Oh, the Doom shotgun
East.
is just... It's good. Super shotgun, even better.
East.
But when you gotta kill dudes quick, the range on this thing is still crazy when it comes to shotguns.
East.
Okay, here, guy. Oh, he's a shotgunner, too. Die, you prick.
Shotgun.
East.
Okay. Okay, I hear a key, but I hear armor. Over here. Let me get armor. Uh-oh, hold on.
East.
Oh, another shotgunner. Yep, shoot and dodge right away, because that way if he does shoot, hopefully I'll dodge it. It's kind of my tactic.
Shotgun.
Okay, we'll grab that. Where the heck? Okay, here we go. Oh, or yeah, not armor, ammo. That's what I meant to say. Okay, let's go get that key.
East.
Clip.
Wait, what?
Clip.
Okay, wall behind us.
East.
Yellow key card.
Okay, let's hug that wall. We'll make our way back out. I don't know if we're supposed to go out of here Because we have not explored the whole level. But we're gonna
East.
get that wall.
Southwest.
Nope.
South.
There we go. South. Okay. I'm just gonna circle the room. That way we can find out if there's any more
South.
power-ups. Oh, there's another door here? That's interesting. Okay.
Southeast. East.
So, I don't know if this is a key door or a regular door, but we're going to open it. Uh-oh. Ah! Come on, beep. Where's the beep? Ow! Okay. You done?
Health fine.
Okay, we need to worry about health again.
East.
Wait.
East.
Okay, there's a wall, so... Wait, what?
East. South. South.
I'm a little confused.
South.
Okay, there's a wall on my left. I hear a computer ahead of me to the right.
South.
And I hear another thing on the left. Oh, okay, that's... Okay, that's my door, I think, that I opened. So that had to be a key door because it didn't stay, or it didn't shut itself. In this mod, the key doors,
Southeast.
they will stay open.
East.
Let me see something here. Oh, okay.
Health fine.
East. Southeast. Southeast.
Nope, I want
South.
south. I want to go see what's over by this computer.
Stim pack. Stim pack.
Nope. Okay, okay, there's my door. Let's do this the right way.
South. East.
Okay, we're gonna go east. And I think we're through the door.
East.
Okay, I hear good things. Okay, that's a door.
Shelves.
I think there's some ammo beyond that door to our right, I think. So let's go open that door.
East. South.
Hope everyone's enjoying the stream, having a good...
South.
Oh, okay, I think I know what room this is.
South.
Yeah, okay, because I think the cacodemons were actually through like a window or something. I remember this, sorta, kinda, I think. Because I remember this pool of poison or whatever. Wait, what? There was this door here? The hell?
South. East.
Okay.
East.
Oh, okay, wait a minute. I have an idea.
East. North.
So the pool...
North. North.
Okay, I think there are 2 doors in this room, I think is what happened. So you might be able to come at it from either way, I think is what I'm getting, the vibe that I'm getting from this. If I remember correctly. So I'm going to face the pool.
East.
Shasters, hi.
Hello, welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream. Got a few people in so far. We are playing some Toby Accessibility Mod for the original Doom. We hear some extra sound effects. This makes, for anyone who doesn't know, let me pause it for a minute to get rid of some of that audio.
Danny Maria UC, hey at Shasters.
Cool.
Welcome in.
So yeah, welcome. Yeah, we got a good crew going here. Thank you to everybody for supporting the stream and joining and chatting and yeah. So we're taking a look at the Toby Accessibility Mod for Doom 2. This makes there's a 20 levels level pack that of blind accessible Doom levels. So you have the Toby Accessibility Mod and the level pack. And I am working my way through episode 2 without looking at the screen. And I forget even which one I'm on. I'm either on the episode...
Toes. What's up, Shay?
I'm either on map 4 or 5. I totally lost track at this point. But yeah, we're working our way through it. Just kind of proving that, hey, you know what? These levels can be beaten without usable vision. And if you have any questions for the developer of the Toby Accessibility Doom mod, he is in the chat, Mr. Alan D1. So any questions or comments or whatever, feedback, if you're a fan of Doom or would like to try to be a fan of Doom,
UC, wanna add Doom 2 to your games list, Shay? Ha ha ha.
I highly recommend this mod. It's just awesome that this game 25 plus years later is accessible. And actually, now that I'm pausing, let me get a drink of water. That's a good idea. Hydrate. There we go.
Shasters at Danny Maria UC, I'm down for accessible things.
Accessible things are good, especially when it's like the best first-person shooter ever made. Granted, Wolfenstein and a few more were first, but boy, this one really just... Oh, Doom is so good. Its weapons and music and enemies and modability and... All right.
East.
We're heading
Shasters
east.
at excited I can't hydrate at the moment. Cupcake time.
Oh, no
Danny
fair.
Maria UC,
I want a
Doom
cupcake.
really is a classic. Everyone should get
Oh,
to
that
enjoy
is
it.
definitely poison or fire or lava. Yeah, exactly. No, I want a cupcake. I'm jealous. I don't have any cookies or cupcakes.
East.
Oh, okay, okay. So hopefully, is this a door that I have not been in? Uh-oh. Oh god, okay. I can't back up in this one, otherwise I'm going to step in lava. Haha. Well played, game. Okay, I must be right under the door, because it... Yep, okay, it opened.
East.
At least it's not like Duke and where it... Uh-oh. Like Duke, if there's an enemy under the door, it'll crush them, and it's awesome. You see, like, the entrails, it, like, pulls up from when the door opens again. You see, like, the little... the little intestines, they, like, just stretch between the floor and the door.
UC, Odu. LMAO.
Yep.
Another classic but in a different way.
Yeah, that game would be really hard to make the platforming accessible. I'm thinking specifically of those stupid gears in the prison, or the mountain level in like E1M4, I think it is, where like you're on the mountain sides and those narrow ledges and pits. That would be I wouldn't even know. I don't even know that I'd want to do that blind.
Oh, hi at Shasters. Danny
Yeah.
Maria UC, yeah. It would be rough.
Oh, I don't even like doing those gears sighted. I always screw up and like kill myself. Okay, so I gotta try to pay attention to the level again. I think we're nearing the end of the level,
South.
but I'm not quite.
Now that I have completed cupcake,
South.
hydrate time.
I still want a cupcake.
South.
Okay, there's something
East.
to the left, because there's
Blind
open
_
space.
The last time I played Doom was for the Super Nintendo. It was awesome.
Yeah, not the best. I mean, it had a lot of the levels, but
it's
the
not
graphics
too
were...
far-fetched to have accessibility in Duke 3D, but the levels are much more complex and are not really blind player friendly.
That's exactly my point. Like I said, I'm thinking of those that where you got to crawl across those gears.
Where is my cupcake, Shay?
I know, right? I demand cupcakes.
Shay also hello at object _ in space.
Yeah,
your LMFAO.
Oh, I hear a beeping. I hear good level level end beeping. Yay! Yes! Oh god,
Object
that would be an
in
imp.
space. Oh man, I would love to play Duke 3D again. It was so crazy. You're right though, there was a lot of verticality to the design cause of the jetpack and etc.
Yep.
Shay Stirs gives cupcake to chat.
Cool, but I need a real one. I should go get some Andes mints I have in my fridge. That's about the only thing I have that's really sweet. Either that or I could have a Snickers ice cream bar, but I had one of those earlier today, so I want to save them. Cupcake does sound really good, though.
Oh, those are both good.
I know, right? Okay, so we are starting a new level.
North.
We are facing north, so I got to keep that in mind.
Person who made mod, thank you.
Alan, yep, Mr. Alan D1. Absolutely. Can't say it enough.
Roland 1, you're welcome.
Okay.
Object _ in space, what lol you do for a Klondike bar? Shay Stirs.
They're pretty good too.
At object _ in space.
North.
Object _ in space, more like what wouldn't you do for a Klondike bar?
Wait, was there... I thought I heard a dude.
Toes, thank you for the cupcake.
Shotgun.
Okay, there's a dude. Soldier zombie.
North.
I hear him.
North. East.
Oh, there he is. Okay, there's more. Oh, God. Ooh. Killed 2 of them, I think.
Clip.
Excellent. Okay, I want that clip.
Chain gun.
Ooh. Okay, I hear
East.
dudes.
North.
Okay, where... I gotta find my door. Okay, there's my door. It's back up against... Okay, there's where we came in. Again, we're gonna go left. Okay, I hear... computer to my left. Now I hear ammo.
Shell pack.
Where...
Shell clip.
Okay, I didn't know there was that much ammo. I thought there was only one.
North.
Yellow key is required.
Oh.
Yellow key is required.
Gotcha. I hear ammo again. And it would appear that I don't need it because it seems like I'm on
Yellow
it.
key is required.
North.
Okay. Oh, okay, that sounds burny. That doesn't sound
North.
good. What the hell?
North.
Okay.
North.
Oh, it's one of those torches. Okay, back up. Now go to the right. Aha.
North.
Yep, that's one of those torches. Okay.
North.
Anybody? It's been a long time since I've heard a dude.
West.
Okay, there's our wall.
North.
Wow. I was hoping I could dodge that.
North.
So you hear the beep? There you go. Got your enemy targeted. Just a simple solution. I really like that.
North.
Okay, I was going to say there's got to be more dudes. Wait for the beep. Fire.
North.
Blind
North.
underscore toes. The fun thing
East.
about Doom was you can just go into a room and just shotgun the demons.
Oh, yeah. Indeed. Yeah, I tried this mod with Brutal Doom and it doesn't work because there's some extra weird stuff that Brutal Doom has that it'll do some of the stuff, but it won't read like if I were to play these levels, the level pack with Brutal Doom and Toby, they don't quite work together. And it would, like I said, Brutal Doom is just like, it's so hard because the enemies are so much faster. Like they shoot, like the imps shoot fireballs faster. They'll leap up and claw you. Like everything is just like extremely like cranked up to 11.
East.
I generally go back and forth between regular Doom and Brutal Doom. Like I've kind of become accustomed to the insanity that is Brutal Doom just because it's so ridiculous. It's so good though. Okay, East. I hear. Okay.
Medkit.
Okay, thank you.
East.
That was getting annoying. I mean, I'm glad it was there, but I was just chatting,
East.
and there's all the sound effect. Okay. Okay, I hear a door.
East. North.
Oh, okay, nope. That was a switch.
North.
Okay.
South.
And I hear a key.
South. South.
Red key card.
Okay, there's our door, or our key, I mean.
South. East.
Okay, I think I remember sort of what this level is. I couldn't tell you what the layout is because I just remember tiny bits of it, but I think I know sort of what level I'm in.
East.
Like what? I mean the layout. Like I don't know what the map name is, but okay. So yeah, this is the one in the vanilla game that I hate because there's that giant dark area. You go in and you got to get like a whole bunch of these colored keys, and you go in this like really really dark maze, and it's tricky to navigate.
South.
And this version is way easier.
South.
I can't imagine going through that
Roland 1,
area.
2 and
South.
6.
Yep.
Halls of the Damned.
Shell.
You remember that
South.
dark section.
West.
Okay, there's our torches. So there must be a torch around either side of this.
West. South.
Okay,
Southeast.
that was too far.
South.
Right. Okay, there's our poison that we crossed and got hurt in. So there's poison ahead. Wait, I hear armor or ammo. Oh, maybe I don't need it. Okay. There's our torches. Okay,
South.
let's go. Okay, I hear a door. Where are you?
East.
Ooh.
Souls.
Yes.
East.
I think that was a secret.
East.
Excellent. I love that the
South.
secrets even have like the door chirp sound, so you can actually find them. You don't have to do the classic, what they call, wall humping. You just like, down the whole wall until you find a secret.
South.
It's a nice touch. You can kind of tell where there's... If you hug the walls, there's an advantage to doing that in this mod. Okay, I hear ammo.
South. South.
Danny Marie AUC, that is handy.
South.
Indeed it is. Okay, I hear poison on my left.
South. East.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, barrel. Okay. Got it.
East.
Uh-oh. Ah, demon. Hi.
Northeast. East.
Okay, I hear ammo.
Shells.
I hear poison to my left.
East.
Blue key is required.
Okay.
Blue key is required.
South. South.
Blue key is required.
South.
Blue key is required.
West.
Hush. Okay. Alright, we'll keep on trucking. Okay, I hear more computers, so there must be, yeah, okay.
South. Southeast. South.
Where is the wall? Okay.
Danny Maria, you
So there's a
see
computer
at Roland
there.
1, did you do all the voicing for the mod yourself?
Oh, right, I got that key in that other area, so... Well, that wasn't the blue key, that was the red key. Oh god, okay, hold on. I know what to do when I hear cacodemons.
South.
Stun lock.
Roland 1.
Okay, I hear a key.
Yes. I recorded my voice and modified the pitch and reverb in a sound program.
Oh dear. Ah!
Chase hers, it's not bad. Danny Maria UC, very cool. They sound good.
Okay, where's that key?
Shells.
The hell?
Roland 1, thank you.
Okay, there's the key. Wait, why did it stop? If I go over here, I hear it on my right, and then I strafe to the right. I want to line it up in my center.
East.
What the hell? What? Let me back up.
East.
Okay, I'm just going to assume...
Yellow key clear.
Aha, okay. That was really bizarre. Because you could hear it on the right, but then when I strafed over there, it kind of stopped instead of being in front of me like it normally would. Because I center it in my audio is how I align it. That's how I make it
South.
work. Let's see, I'm going to look at the screen here for a minute. Oh, I bet it was, you know what I wonder? I mean, it was still pretty easy to find. I kind of intuitively figured out, but I wonder if the audio doesn't play because it's on that little, it's on a different level than my floor. Like there's a step, it's like a little pedestal in the middle. So maybe if it's right in front of you, well, no, because
Roland
that's
1,
weird.
Not sure why it wasn't emitting a sound.
Yeah, that is really weird. Because there's been other things where it's been on a higher level, like upstairs, and you can hear something. But yeah, no, that was just a weird little bug. Okay, so let me get back to where I was.
South.
Okay, south. Now I'm not looking at the game again. But I had to look at that because I wanted to know if there was anything unique about
South. South.
why that wouldn't play audio.
South.
Not a
South.
huge deal, but...
Southwest.
Okay, we want to go
West.
west. Okay, we got more health that we don't need because we got a soul sphere.
West.
So yeah, this level, it's a square, but it's got like weird little alcoves in it, like where the healths are, the med kits. So,
North.
okay, now I'm gonna... Okay, yeah, I think this is our door out, I think. Okay, we're in... Oh, right, I remember that. Okay, I remember having that on the right side before. That computer terminal. So if I recall, the blue door was not very far from here. It was just around the corner as I was going. So I'm going to follow the right-hand side. Yes, because it was over by the lava.
Roland 1, my theory. though, is that GZN
North.
has something in place which limits the
East.
amount of sounds being played.
That could be too.
If there are multiple
East.
sounds being played at once per channel, some
East.
sounds might not play.
That
I
could
think
be.
this might be the issue.
Blue key is required.
Oh crap.
Blue key is required.
Oh right, I got the yellow. Oh Christ, where's the yellow door?
East.
Oh dear. Thinking.
East. Northwest.
Where in the
West.
hell would the yellow door be? Where haven't I been? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there was a door. After I started the level, it was right.
Land one.
I was.
Yellow is west.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think. There was a door that we went by when we were going by that pool or that little thing of poison or lava that we crossed. So I think. Okay. Let's see. So blind, how would be the best way to find it? I think if I.
West.
So this is a hallway. I'm going to go on this side of it, on the right side. And then.
West.
Okay, we're going to go west. And then. Okay, now we can't go any further. I'm going to go forward a little bit and go to my left. I want to find. Okay. There's a wall in front of me. So if I hug this. Now this.
West.
Is.
West. South. Southeast.
Wait, is there two here?
South.
Okay, there was no enemies, so clearly
South.
this must be the little room I was in when I started. Because if I opened that door, there there would have been enemies.
North.
It's just the way Doom works. If you haven't been somewhere and you don't hear enemies, then clearly you're doing something wrong, because you go somewhere near, there's dudes, there's demons.
North.
Okay, so there's a terminal.
North.
Aha. So let me see if I need this ammo right now. Do I need it? Apparently not. Okay, where was that door? Okay.
North. West. Southwest.
No, I want to
West.
center. I'm going to say... Okay, I don't want to waste that if there's no cacodemons. But that did clear the room quite nicely.
West.
Clear.
Okay. I think we're on the right track now.
West.
Clear.
So that was our door, I'm pretty sure. Okay, we got little dinging
Clear.
or
Clear.
pinging electronics somewhere.
West.
Looks like there are walls on either side. Okay, we got a door. Oh, okay, we got a demon.
South.
Let's go. Wait, where was that?
West.
I hear ammo. Ammo.
Shells.
Okay.
Clear.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to get through episode 2 tonight, and I think we'll call it after that, because episode 3, I'm definitely gonna do it on a future stream, but I think, I mean, great. I'm glad that people are chatting, and like I said, as I'm playing, if you guys want to chat amongst yourself, or again, have any questions for myself or Alan, just definitely let us know. But no, it's been awesome having him in here, and we're going to keep playing until we beat episode 2. But yeah, there's a lot of. It's a totally different game when you're playing this blind, because you really have to concentrate. Like, I can kind of run through Doom, at least regular levels, fairly automatically. Yes, it's hard. Yes, I have to dodge and stuff. But like visually, I don't have to really remember. Like, I can just visually navigate much easier than I can audibly. So I really have to actively, like, it's almost like using. Oh God, you're behind me.
East.
You almost have to like
North.
use O&M skills in a way, like, you know,
West.
use your trailing, use your
Northwest.
ah. Okay, there's another. Wow. Yeah, as soon as I hear a beep, bam, I'm firing. If I miss, I miss.
North.
Uh-oh. You know what that means? Gotcha. Okay, I hear a door, or hear a key,
East.
and I think it's lined up.
Blue skull.
Aha! Now I can get in that door by the poison.
East.
Okay, we're gonna follow the left
Northwest. North.
again. I'm glad.
North.
See, what's weird. Actually, I do have an interesting
Northeast. East.
engine question.
East.
So, with the keys and the skulls, you can hear them at a distance. Like, they don't do louder or softer, but you can hear them further away. But like, you have to be really right on a door to be able to hear them. So if you're, unless you really want to hug the exterior walls of an area, like if you're right in the middle of an open room, there's not really a great way to know that, oh, there's a door to my left, right, and in front of me, or one or the other. Like, is there something different to where, like, items can be heard further than doors and switches? Or is it just the way that, oh, maybe that was a conscious decision to have. I don't know if having doors heard further away, I don't know if that would be too distracting or not. I'm not sure.
Well, shotguns do make a nice cane.
Yeah, there you go. I kind of want like an artist, like, in a way, instead of just having like the copyrighted, you know, the Doom guy figure, I kind of want, like, if I knew somebody who could do good art and like my avatar, I think it would be cool to have, I want to have like a Doom guy with like the old school Doom guy in his green armor with like a super shotgun in one hand, and then him using his cane in the other, like, you know, pointed down at the ground at an angle, like he's using his cane to walk. It's just like, okay, I've got my shotgun in one hand, my cane in my left hand, and my shotgun in my right hand. It's go time. I always thought that might be kind of a cool, still keeping the Doom theme, but actually using my own art.
If you post on Twitter, artists will come from the depths and offer to do it for you. LMAO.
That's true. It's just, you never know who to trust. You know, it's like, okay, I mean, you kind of want to, but I haven't really looked into that yet. But I was thinking off and on for a while that would be kind of a cool logo. Doom guy with a shotgun in one hand, cane in the other.
East.
Be pretty great.
Danny Marie AUC. I once vaguely posted that I was having trouble with an art piece and got 4DMS offering to do it for me.
Cool.
LMAO.
Mm-hmm.
Danny Marie AUC.
Okay, torches.
East. Southeast.
Oh, there's... Oh, wait, there's... Oh! This is that ammo that I couldn't get before, I think.
Roland 1. The doors and switches are invisible monsters that make the sounds when the player is in close proximity.
Oh.
The items spawn another kind of invisible monster that only makes sounds when they see the player.
South.
I could still
Oh,
tweak them if you
interesting.
need me to.
Well, see, that's the thing is, I mean, I don't know if I would really love to see, like, it's really, like, I love playing this, don't get me wrong, it's just fantastic, but I would love to see a totally blind player who has not played Doom ever. Like, I would, because I'm kind of skewed, like, I'm coming at it from, I've played this a gazillion times, and I really, like, I know how Doom works visually. And so, like, yeah, I can totally give you
Danny
good
Marie
feedback.
AUC. Oh, we can make that happen. Ha ha ha.
Absolutely, we can. And yeah, if someone else wants to stream that, and yeah, let me know because I would probably try to pop into that stream. But it's like on one hand, it kind of would be nice to have the doors noticeable from further away to like, oh, hey, there is a door over there. But at the other hand, that might be confusing. I guess it really depends on how you prefer to play. Like I said, for me, because I know it has that limitation, my technique is I hug the walls.
Line_toes. I agree, Jesse, go for that logo.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do eventually. But yeah, like I don't have a problem playing this way because I know Doom in and out, and so I can adapt and make my own strategy. But would would a new blind player, would they have trouble, or would they just kind of wander into a room and get lost? Because I'm taking this from, like, when I play this blind, I am very methodical about it. Like,
Eternal Noobs_dorm room. Think of it as realistic. A blind space marine would need to hug the wall, so to me it makes sense.
that's sort of where I was leaning in a way. Like, I don't know exactly. Yeah, you got some blind dude that's working on the ship, all hell breaks loose, and now he's the only one left alive. So guess what? Yeah, he's going to use his blind skills and his shotgun to kill a bunch of demons. So, yeah, I mean, in a way, I'm kind of fine with the way it is. But I would like to see how other blind players approach the game. So, I don't know, just some food for thought. But let's see where I am right now. I have no idea where my door is.
South.
Roland 1. I could tweak the proximity sensor on the door/switch beacons.
East.
Right now, the invisible monster makes the sounds when the player is within about 64 units. I could increase the proximity to about 72 to 80 units.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, part of me think. Oh, hold on. Hold that thought. Ah!
East.
I don't know if I would want to change that or not. I'm torn. It'd be one of those things that might be kind of fun to play with and see if I like it better, but
Shasters at Danny Maria, you see what are we making happen? I'm half here, haha.
I mean, like I said, in a way, what Chris said kind of makes sense. Is like, hey, it makes sense to.
Room. Your major advantage is years of playing FPS in general, giving you a working vocabulary of how a game works, and Doom is old school, where we didn't hold you hands with tutorials and progression like we have now.
Exactly,
Danny
exactly.
Maria, you see, someone who's new to Doom playing with this mod at Shasters.
I mean, honestly, I think really whether the doors were
Shasters,
noticeable
I can volunteer.
Further or not, I think honestly this is, if you're a totally blind player, wall hugging does sort of seem to be the best way not to get lost.
Shasters,
so
I've never played this game in my life.
So I think this almost encourages that behavior. So like, hey, because if you look at the way, if you look at
going to volunteer privately at Shasters.
If you look at the way that blind people navigate a real world, a lot of blind people really hate open spaces. Like, they hate open spaces because, like, there's nothing in context that they can really take advantage of. So typically, you know, you are going to kind of go around the perimeter. So yeah, I don't know. It's something to ponder.
East.
But where the hell are we now? Okay, oh right, we're in that. Okay, we're at... Wait, those were walls. Where the hell did the demons come from? Because I remember this room, it was like... Oh, there must have been a monster closet, I wonder. Because I remember there were, like, yeah. Okay. Yeah, there wasn't health in here before.
If you wanted doors to be noticeable, it would make sense for them to have a hot-cold value to hone in on the door, or it's just a large fuzzy sound for a door rather than a feel-them-out approach you have now.
Right, and the problem is the Doom engine literally doesn't have that capability. Because he's doing, like, I love the way that he's doing these hacks to where, like, the actual audio noises for doors and switches are non-hostile monsters. Because the engine literally doesn't have the code or the capability to do intentionally what he's doing. So he's like, okay, we're just going to make a invisible, non-hostile monster, give it an audio cue, and that's how you find your door. That's how you find your items. That's just a really cool hack.
Creating invisible monsters to make the sounds is just so fascinating.
Yeah, exactly.
That is what creatively working within the system looks like.
So instead of being a growl or something, it's just a beep that's telling you, hey, there's a door here. Yeah, when you told me that, I'm like, that's a really cool way around that problem. So, thinking outside the box.
East.
Okay, oops, I didn't mean to hit that. Pistol sucks.
East.
Okay, there's our... Now, can I get back?
East.
Okay, here ammo.
Eternal
Whoa.
_ dorm room. And that is realistic, musically speaking, as sounds behind a door would cue you into it's not a wall.
Right.
Shasters at Danny Maria UC, look at your Discord.
East.
Object _ in space.
Okay.
Does it matter if you load Doom 2 or Ultimate D Doom?
You have to load Doom 2 because there's something in Doom 2
East.
that I don't know what it is, but there's something in there that it needs. Theoretically, like, there's a lot of mods that will only work in Doom 2. I think there's some extra code in there. I remember there was a Wolfenstein mod where they updated Wolfenstein in the Doom engine.
Okay.
And what they did is if you loaded the original Doom, it would...
I may message you about how to get this mod. Or do we have links?
I would say the best place is maybe if Alan could post a link to the latest video with the deluxe mod video, because he's got all of the links in there, all packaged, all nice. That would probably be the best way to find it.
On the Z Doom forum.
I just grabbed it from his video description of his...
Object _ in space. I just grabbed it, LOL.
Gotcha. But yeah, like if you loaded the Wolfenstein thing in original Doom, all the textures would look all screwy, and they wouldn't load in properly. But if you loaded in Doom 2, they were fine.
I've never used that forums.
So
I was just going to Google.
Yep.
LMAO.
Yep. Like I said...
The accessibility mod by itself can work in any of the Doom games. The level pack works with Doom 2 only.
Okay.
@Merland1, follow me on Twitter. Same name here.
Okay, so the mod...
I can set up a time for your availability.
Okay.
_toes.
I didn't know...
I agree.
Yeah, I didn't know that the mod... Well, because I have loaded the vanilla level, because, you know, if I was going to play the regular levels and I was going to stream them, at least having them, because it still calls out like the health items and the ammo, It just won't do switches, but if I'm playing the game visually, at least then blind viewers would still be able to hear, like, oh, this is all the chaos that's happening. I'm collecting all these weapons. You kind of know what the enemy sounds are. Like, you know what a cacodemon sounds like. You know what a imp sounds like, or a demon, whatever. So, yeah, that is a good point. Okay, let's see if we can finish this level, because I'm so, I kind of know where I am. I know we're in the poison room, like the main hub.
East.
And I kind of know we need to go east to get to the blue door. But we've been chatting a lot, which is totally fine. I love this conversation.
East.
But, okay, we got a wall on our
Object
right.
underscore in space. Gotcha. Thanks.
East.
Object underscore
I'm just
in
gonna...
space. https://forum.zdooom.org/viewtopic.php.
Thank you much for... They gotta love that. Shush. Thank you for the link. Definitely people can bookmark that if they like.
Rip the link read out.
Oh, yes. Definitely don't want to try to... I definitely don't want to try to type that.
Chasters at illegally
Okay.
signed. You should use Firebit. Roland1 at Chasters. I don't have a Twitter account, but you can follow me on YouTube on my channel MrAllenD1.
Okay.
Chasters.
Yep, I am... yeah, no, I'm using TCTS. I just find, like, it works for me. It works really well. I've got it set up, so I just kind of stick with TCTS for the text-to-speech for reading Twitch chat. That's what we've been using this time. So, yeah, okay.
Chasters. I use TCTS, haha.
Yep, that's what I'm using right now. Okay, so this must be our poison, which means...
I believe this is the video that Jesse was talking about. https://udo.be/15set1zafw.
Okay, there's a door. Ah, there's dudes! Oh, there's more than one dude, okay.
East.
Aha! Yeah! Whew! Okay, now I can kind of reset my thinking, because now I can forget all that information I just was trying to remember in that level. Okay, I know we're not at the boss level just yet, because I don't hear a whole bunch of weapon sounds. So we must be... I think we're on map 7. So if we beat this one, then we'll get to the boss. Because I know every time I go to a boss level, like, the first thing you hear is there's weapons and ammo everywhere. So...
South.
Alright, let's see if we can plug through this here. South. Again, we're going to go to our left. Okay, I hear a computer. Oh, I hear... what was...
Health. Excellent.
Okay, I have my... That's right, I've got my soul sphere.
Chasters. I saw shout out to Sightless Combat. I see he beat me to it then.
South.
Oh, I didn't see... Is Sightless Combat in here too?
South.
Where the heck?
Chasters. No.
South.
Oh,
Chasters,
okay.
In the YouTube video, haha.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
South.
Yep.
Danny Marie
No, I
UC.
was...
That YouTube is the older one. I can link the 20 level pack.
Oh,
I
okay.
found it.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, when I first, like, I don't remember if... Did I reach out to you first, or did you find me first, Helen? I can't remember how we initially got in contact, but I knew I had heard... I seen the video, the little, like, mini doc that you did with Toby, and I thought that was the coolest thing. Uh-oh. Ow. Dick.
South.
But then, like,
Roland one.
I don't
He
remember...
reached out to me first.
Okay.
South.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
South.
Okay,
East.
let's hug the wall.
East.
Yeah, I'd seen the documentary, and then I think Yeah, because that was when Riley was up here, and I'm like, I wonder if anything more happened with that Doom mod. And then I must have reached out to you, and then we just started chatting and stuff. And I was like, oh, I'm so thrilled to be able to that I actually have that I halfway know enough what I'm talking about to try to help improve it. Because yeah, this is such a cool mod. I love this so much. I love this so much. Okay, dude. Nope. Where are you? There you are. Sometimes I also find that in this, especially, rather than aiming, because I can easily overcompensate, I can overturn or underturn, sometimes I find I use strafing to aim. So if I can kind of tell that a dude's a little bit more off to my right, I might just step to the right. And that might also help me then dodge like a fireball or a bullet or something. I'm going to get another drink of water real fast because my throat is getting a little weird.
Shay stirs. The strafing strat.
Yep. Okay. We are north. Okay. Okay, we go in here. Oh, okay, there was more dudes. I thought we killed them all.
Roland 1.
Apparently
You've
not.
been a great help to this project. Jesse.
Oh, I'm glad to help.
Help mold the mod into what it is today.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad I could help with this.
Strafing is a big part of how you play these games.
Oh yeah.
Or it was for me.
West. North.
Okay, we got a bunch of ammo here somewhere.
Cliff off.
Ooh, armor too. Huzzah.
North.
East.
Like I said, this is just being my favorite game ever. I'm just so glad that it's opened it up for so many more people. Because A, blind people don't have all that many, especially mainstream games yet. They don't have that many games to begin with. So, ooh, cells, and I'm saving that bad boy. We're not using that right now. My plasma rifle, thank you very much. Hell yeah.
East.
Okay, east.
Eternal Noobs _ dorm room.
Uh-oh.
On a side note, I found a new favorite toy for vampire survival. Evolved Santa's water makes a great aura of death even better than the evolved Bibles.
East.
Ooh.
It did equal damage to fully evolved Light Knight Ring.
Yeah, I'm probably going to start playing that after I'm done with the stream. Rub it in.
East.
Feed the addiction even more. God dang it.
East.
Oh, that game is just so bananas. Vampire Survivor. It's so simple, but it's so good. Talk about Doom, you know, you get this like power fantasy. Oh, that game is just so good. Okay, so we're in a big room
Danny
of some
Marie
sorts.
AUC, what was your final verdict on Dying Light 2 from the other day? Do you think you'll pick that up?
I'm kind of leaning toward it. Like, I was a little more concerned, like in the beginning it wasn't too bad, but when you were getting more into the open world and you would start having to do like actual chases and follow missions and like, oh crap, I didn't see him take a right here, or I missed this jump and then I gotta figure out how to get up to him, and then it'll either the mission will time out if I got off course, or those are the kind of things that in the first Dying Light or in a lot of open world games that just I struggle.
I'm disappointed in the lack of accessibility.
Yeah,
I was really hoping they'd give us something.
East.
The problem is the combat looks so fun. I love the combat in like the Dead Island, and the combat that you were doing looked awesome. Like when you were fighting those dudes in the those human guys where there was an injured guy. Like, that looked fun.
Danny Marie AUC, it is fun.
And
especially once I have a chance to get good at it.
Uh-oh. Okay, there he is.
South.
Okay, I want to go
East
still. But I like the fact that it's melee focused primarily. Okay, here a key, good.
East.
Like, ranged... as long as there's not a whole bunch of ranged enemies, like, that can work.
Danny Maria UC. I'm gonna struggle with the map and navigation a lot though.
That's where I'm gonna struggle, and that's where I'm sort of torn, because as much as I want to play it, I've got a backlog from hell right now, and if I can make myself wait until a sale, I can still pick it up, and even if I struggle, I won't have to pay as much. Like, there's so many games right now that are installed on my new computer that I just want to play.
South.
That...
Blue key card.
Okay, blue.
Danny Maria UC. I can't blame you there.
Like, the combat looked really fun. I wanted to go and just cut up dudes right there. But, I've got so much other stuff I need to play right now. Not to mention other things I want to do.
South.
My media pile of shame is just...
South.
It's getting ridiculous at this point.
West.
Okay. Hope there is nothing... This room seems rather big.
Dorm room. Death is such a cheap ass, he sticks to you like glue. Oh, correction, the magnetic water is 4 times as good as damage.
Huh. Okay.
West.
I look forward to trying to level that up.
West.
Okay, we got our key, so...
West.
I don't know. I know there's health in here, but we have our soul sphere. So... is still good.
North.
Okay, there's a path, so let's...
Northwest. West.
hug the wall.
Shells. Shells.
Okay, computer terminal on our left. Yeah, no, this has been such a fun chat, such a fun stream this evening. This is
West.
cool. We've had, what, how many? We've probably got a half a dozen people in here right now.
West.
Which is, for me, is huge.
Blind_toes.
Okay.
Danny is a gaming pro.
West. South. South.
Okay, now I think, okay. I think, excuse me, I think I kind of know where I am.
South.
I'm deaf not. Ha ha ha.
Oh, I'm not either. I
Just
love
trolling me.
I love a lot of games that I'm good at. I always say in my spotlight videos, I told you I was going to show you the game. I didn't tell you I was going to be good at it.
South. South.
Okay, let's turn west.
West.
Walls on our left.
Yellow key is required.
Aha. Okay,
Yellow key is required.
we haven't been here before.
Clip.
Okay. Wall ahead.
West.
Let's turn
North.
north. And I immediately know when there's an open space to my left or right, because as I'm moving forward, I'm hitting the strafe button into the wall, so that the moment that doesn't happen anymore, I immediately know that there's an opening. That's how I know.
Southwest. West.
That's how I can just, it might look like I'm visually looking, but actually I'm not. I'm using the navigation to do that. That's my little trick.
West.
Okay.
North.
Okay. There's a door that I
North.
don't
West.
know if we've been in. Oh, there's dudes. Open up.
West.
Okay, gotcha.
West.
Uh-oh. Okay, I think the door closed on me.
Northwest.
I was trying to back up and I couldn't. So I
Northwest.
think... Let's...
Southeast.
Okay, this door...
South.
Danny Maria UC.
West.
So, this is based on GZ Doom, right?
Yep.
What parts of the mod would work if you applied this to other GZ Doom based games like y'all mentioned earlier?
You would get...
West.
North. Alan can verify this more, but I believe when I've tried it before, what you would get is you would get some of your ammo sounds. You would get like all your pickup sounds.
North.
But you would get his announcements, but you wouldn't be able to navigate. I don't remember if the compass would work. That might work, but you wouldn't be able to play vanilla Doom levels or other Doom levels because of the switches and the doors, because you need those like monster hacks to give those audio cues. There's nothing in the standard Doom code for doors or switches that can give them audio. That's why he does the monster hack thing. So the items I think would be okay.
North.
Oh, okay, there's a guy.
Danny Maria UC. Okay. That's what I was thinking.
Yep.
I know people are still building on this framework.
Oh god, yeah. You want to look up something cool? Look up Solaco. I think it's Solaco. They're basically making fear in the Doom engine. It's the coolest freaking thing. I want to play that so freaking bad. I don't know what wizardry they're doing.
The accessibility mod should work well with classic Doom games, but may not work with other mods like Brutal Doom.
Right, okay.
UC. That sounds badass.
Yeah, and they just released a video clip on Twitter. Like, there's items in the world, and like you can add things to other things, and he basically mounted a little turret to a Roomba that was cruising around a level, and then it would just see dudes and kill them. It was just like, oh man, I can have a Roomba going around killing dudes in the levels. That's great. I don't know what they're doing visually to make, like, there's some wizardry going on. Like, if you look at that, you're like, how is that in the Doom engine? Like, I know it's heavily modified, but how in the hell are you getting that out of the Doom engine? I know it's GZ Doom, but still.
In a retro game engine like that, I am intrigued.
Oh yeah. There's a Solaco trailer. Just look up the Solaco trailer. It's badass.
West.
Ah! I heard the...
Roland 1. The sky is the limit with GZ Doom these days.
It seems like it. I mean, there's like I said, the Solaco's one, there's a whole bunch of them. Like, if Realms Deep, they've had that show now for the last 2 years. And it's all... like, there's this whole kind of genre thing right now of retro shooters. Like, it's not just Call of Duty and Battlefield and... yeah. I don't care about those at all. But, like, the renaissance that these retro shooters are having right now. Oh, no.
South.
Danny Maria
Where are
UC.
you?
I caught last year's Realms Deep and I was so into that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so...
South.
There's... I hear bad things. Okay, I think he died. Is there more than one he is? In there? Okay, don't need the health.
Health fine.
Blind underscore toes. Wait, what they're even doing fear, wow.
South.
It's not, it's not fear, but they're basically taking a lot of the mechanics that you would find in fear, like the guards and, like, it's ridiculous. They're making like a fear type of game in Doom, and it's rad. There's another one, there's a demo out on Steam, it's called Trepang 2. Oh god, that game is so good. It's like a 2-level demo, and it's basically like, what if somebody else made another Fear, and there's a couple survival levels in there. Yeah, Trepang 2. It is good. I was hooked on that for like a month. I don't know how many times I played that demo. I want that game to come out real bad. Real bad. Ow.
Health fine.
Okay, now I might need that health. Where is that health?
Stim pack.
Okay.
Danny
Okay,
Marie
I hear
AUC.
poison.
I still have quite a few from that on my wish list. Ha ha ha.
Oh, I'll keep feeding you more. Welcome to my world. Your backlog's gonna suck as bad as mine.
South.
That's a good problem to have. Oh, I hear a key. Or a skull.
South.
Let's center it in our
Danny Marie AUC. With Game Pass, it's
Yellow
already
skull.
pretty bad.
yellow skull.
West.
Yeah, Game Pass isn't helping. I mean, it is. It's great. It's
West.
wonderful, but
North.
Game Pass, yeah. I've discovered a lot of games that way recently.
North.
But it's just giving me all that many more things I want to play is the problem. And unfortunately, like, well, I'm so glad I have it, but like I have this little thing called a day job. A day job, and so
East.
I can't just hardcore games the way I used to.
East.
Especially when I'm kind of looking at everything. Like, it's kind of weird now that I'm playing all these games, and like even when I'm playing something for fun, I can't turn my brain off to be like, I feel like I always have to be in accessibility analytic mode. So like I still enjoy games, but there's always this, since I've really done this consulting and advocacy stuff,
North.
I just like I can't turn that part of my brain off anymore. I can't turn that off anymore, and so
Danny Marie AUC.
North.
Yet I'm starting to understand that. Blind underscore toes. Oh okay, gotcha, that's still cool though.
yep. Okay. Let's see. East. Is that?
Southeast.
No.
East.
Okay, that's on my left side. Wait, okay, yellow key. I was like, what key did I get?
Chasters. I'm usually in accessibility mode most of the time, even when playing games.
Mm-hmm.
I do enjoy them.
Oh, right, exactly. But it's just like a whole world of like,
East.
I feel like I almost have to look at,
Southeast. South.
I don't have to, but I'm always taking this analytical. I can't just stop and enjoy the game. I have to, well, if it was done this way and if they had this thing, then it would work better. I just can't turn that part of my mind off
South.
anymore. And that's,
Chasters.
it's
Me too, dude.
not a bad thing, but it can get a little overwhelming every once in a while.
South.
Okay, so I have no freaking clue. Okay. I guess we go through. Where the hell am I?
East.
Because I've been chatting so much. Like these last couple levels have kind of been luckily on autopilot. Like we're talking and it's awesome.
North.
But I'm kind of just, I'm the wall hugging strategy for the win. Otherwise I'd be
North.
screwed.
North. East.
Okay. I
Chasters.
think...
Have you had this much
East.
interaction?
To some degree. I've had, a couple of people in at a time and we've had conversations, but
South.
no, tonight's pretty hopping. Tonight is probably one of the busiest it's been in a while. Like, I've had a couple of streams that maybe had this
Chasters.
many,
You just kinda
maybe.
get used to it after a while, haha.
Yeah, you do. You do. Totally. Okay, I wonder... There's not really that many audio cues in this area of the level. And I'm wondering... Okay, well, speak of the devil, there's one.
South.
Danny Marie AUC.
East.
OMG. You learn to tone out TDS until you're ready for it after a
East.
while too.
Right.
I'm getting better at that.
Well, and I'm so used to not having TTS that when it's there, I'm like, oh god, I want to interact with people because, hey, somebody's actually showing up. You know, usually I'm like talking to myself and listening to the voices in my head, but I think
East.
I feel like the door we opened a while back, that was one that we had unlocked. I wonder...
East.
Okay, there's a door.
East. North.
Okay,
Roland 1. The
so...
yellow door is to your right.
Okay, so I think this is where I got the first key. Because I opened it and there's no dudes in there, so clearly I'd been
Roland
there
1.
before.
It's south.
Southeast.
Chasters.
South.
Donnie's seen me do this, but I'll have TDS talking as well as taking
South.
directions from her.
West.
For example,
Oh yeah.
and I just do what I need to. Chasters.
And you're totally blind?
Multitasking is a blessing and a curse.
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah, tell me about it. I'm reading a book and playing a game and
Chasters.
doing stuff. Okay. That's what I thought.
West.
Okay, I bet you...
North.
I haven't done that in so long. Okay, center...
South.
Line underscore.
Uh-oh.
Well, I can't download any more games to my Xbox yet until I get an expansion card. Danny Marie AUC.
South.
Shay and I stream together on Mondays usually. It's a blast.
I just had to delete a bunch of stuff off my PS5 because that hard drive is not big. Yeah, it's an SSD, but I already ran out of space. I was trying to install something that I can't talk about yet.
Danny Marie
but
AUC. My Xbox Series S stays full.
yeah,
Chasters at blind underscore toes not really ideal, but I'd recommend external hard drive. Cheaper.
well,
Blind underscore toes. They are both pros and fun to watch.
the problem with the PS5 is you cannot run PS5 games externally. You have to have their spiffy fast
Chasters.
drives.
We are not pros, ha ha ha. Danny Marie AUC. You can't run the fast
Where
games on an external either.
you? Yeah, you can run PS4 games though, which I really should offload The Last of Us 2 onto an external. Where are you stupid little imp? I hear
Danny
you.
Marie AUC. Xbox won't let you run optimized games on an external.
Right, okay, same thing then. Come here, imp, I hear you.
Chasters. My PS4 is so full, ha ha ha. Chasters. Should delete The Witcher.
Come on. That's a game I really like. I've played some of it, The Witcher 3, and it's really good, but the UI text in that is just obscenely small and it pisses me off. The story and everything seems good, but the navigation and the UI is terrible for low vision. And I just didn't want to fight with it anymore, so I just kind of stopped playing it. That is one that I just don't know that I would have time to play that big game now.
I haven't played it for that reason either. Same reason I didn't stick with
South.
Skyrim.
You know, I think they made the UI less visible in the remasters, because I don't remember the compass being quite that bad in the original release of Skyrim. I could be wrong. But
Chasters. I can't play it, but I bought it anyway because I enjoy the T game.
oh, Skyrim, like, I almost wish they would come out with an Oblivion remaster, because I played the hell out of some Oblivion back in the day. That was my Elder Scrolls game. That's the one that I probably put like 300, uh-oh.
South.
I probably put 300 hours into that game. Would you die? Uh-oh, I thought I heard a cacodemon. Oh, that is not a cacodemon. but I'll kill it anyway. Yeah, there is so a cacodemon, am I right?
South.
Shut up. I mean, I'm glad you're making sounds, but you need to die. Oh, uh-oh. There he is. I lured him out. Uh-oh.
Chase hers. Windshield wiper, ha ha ha.
Not sure. Not quite sure what you meant there.
Medkit.
Okay, how is my health?
Health fine.
Okay. Wait, where's that ammo? Ammo. God, there's more?
Chase hers. It's what the enemy sounds like.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
South.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know what I would say he
Danny
sounds
Marie,
like.
you
He's...
see, it did have that
South,
squeaky
east.
kind of sound.
East.
Haha.
Cell pack.
I'm not quite sure, yeah. I guess I never thought of it that way, but...
Stim pack.
Okay, here a
Blind
computer.
_toes. Hours on end
East.
sitting in front of the TV with the controller in your
West.
hand being a gamer is so much fun.
Yeah, but even that, like, I need variety. Like, I love games,
West.
but I still gotta do other stuff. Like, my recent other obsession is drumming. I've been getting into my drum kit the last... I just started playing in, I think, like 2014 or so, give or take. And then I really been getting into it in the last year and a half or so. And I'm finally getting to the point where I can actually start improvising a little bit better with a song, or even just like playing new songs and just like intuitively like, yeah, that's what I would play. And it's at least pretty close. At least to some types of songs. I don't know. Okay, that is a door.
South.
Okay. Quit dodging, imp. Okay, I hear a lot of ammo.
South.
Okay, there's our door. Oh, there's more. Ow.
South.
Okay, at least I hear a key.
Red key card.
Aha. Okay, I hear poison. I do hear health.
Medkit.
Any other healths in here?
Blind _toes.
No?
Your electric drum kit is badass too.
I really enjoy it. I'm trying to play usually I play every to every other day. I'll take a break after a day or so, but
Northeast. North.
yeah, lately I've been trying to play at least every to every other day.
North.
And I at least try to do like a half an hour. I usually go usually between half an hour somewhere. If I'm really on a roll, I might play like up to an hour and a half.
Southwest.
If I'm really in a good mood and
Shell.
cranking away.
Shell.
West.
But let's get these ammo that I hear. Okay, apparently I don't... Okay, I was gonna say maybe I don't need ammo.
West.
Okay, there's a wall ahead.
North.
Okay, got a door.
Northwest. West.
Oh dear.
Chase hers. I'm trying to learn the uke alongside at Danny Marie UC.
Okay, I kind of do see where you're getting the windshield wiper now. Oh shit, I'm out of ammo. But I have my
Danny
trusty...
Marie UC. Oh yeah. We need to do that more.
Ah!
Haha.
Okay, that is poison that I did not know about. Or something. Or lava or something.
west.
Okay, so we got in the door. Well, since there's lava over there... Okay, now we gotta... Is that the door that I came in?
AUC. Now you won't be able to unhear it?
No.
Blind_toes. I
Yeah.
wish I had room for one, but I don't because I miss playing the drums. Chasers.
Yeah,
I think once I learn some chords better and the proper holding, I should be fine.
I mean, I learned the guitar a little bit. I played the guitar off and on, but I was never good. I always kind of hit a pretty low plateau
North.
of skill. And so... What the hell?
North.
I've always wanted to see... The thing is, I was going to play drums in band
East.
in like 5th, 6th grade.
Danny Marie AUC.
But
we'll make time for it.
They
I taught myself guitar as a teen. I love it.
Oh, I love guitar. I wish it was just better at it. But like I wanted to play drums in band, but they're this whole kind of thing of,
South.
oh well, we don't think, you know, if you can't read the sheet music and you can't keep up with the sighted players and blah 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 blah, blah for band, so they wouldn't let me play in band, but they let me do private guitar lessons. I know.
Blind_toes. I bought a ukulele and I haven't practiced it yet.
A ukulele would be kind of
Danny Marie
cool.
AUC. They gyp you. I played in band.
Oh yeah, for sure. And like the other, so it's like now when I play drums, I'm like, oh yeah, this is, you know, this is a big old FU to everyone who said I can't play drums.
I even did marching band.
There you
I
go.
had to memorize all my music though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's what I would have done.
Chasers. Choir was fun.
Oh wait. Oh. Okay, there was poison I fell in, and then okay. Holy crap! I found the end of the level.
Chasers. I learned by ear.
That's the way. Like I'm not reading any drum music or anything. I just. I listen to a song and I kind of pick it apart.
They did that to you, though.
It is what it is.
Sometimes.
Okay, guess what I hear, guys? I hear a shitload of ammo and weaponry. So we are on the boss level. Oh yeah. Okay, let's
North.
west or what north? Okay. Oh, super shotgun. That's the one thing. Like, if you are you planning? Oh, that's the other thing I was gonna. Are you planning on any other Doom level packs? Because the one thing that I would say
Chasers. I used to be able to read
is
music, but I'm afraid I'm rusty now when it comes to rail stuff.
even if they are like, I would be totally fine with like new levels, like that aren't based on anything necessarily. But like, my one regret is that like blind players only have access to the super shotgun during the boss levels. I know you can cheat and you can get it, but like, oh, it's just so fun to tool around with a regular level with the super shotgun. It's so glorious. Mega armor. Hell yeah.
Soul Sphere.
Yeah, Soul Sphere. Okay, I hear more ammo that I don't need, apparently.
North.
Oh yes, okay, there's our teleporter sound. That's a cool sound. You know what? Well, yeah, I guess I can start with a super. Oh, hell. Oh god.
Roland 1. I was thinking about doing Doom 2 theme. Initially I wanted to have the SSG in earlier levels, but I felt it made the gameplay balance.
Okay, I have invincibility. I'm just going to start firing rockets. Now, the other thing on this level, it's... Well, okay, there it is. It's a little hard to hear the enemy beep with all the craziness going on right now. Hence the invincibility sphere, I guess, because... Okay, I really lucked out, and I was just firing madly. Yeah, a little hard to hear with all that chaos. Hard to hear the enemy targeting on those boss levels because there's just dudes
You've
everywhere.
done it. The hideous cyber demon lords that rule the Los Deimos moonbase have been slain, and you are triumphant. But where are you? You clamber to the edge of the moon and look down to
The
see
depths of hell.
Deimos floats above hell itself.
Hell yeah.
You've never heard of anyone escaping from hell, but you'll make the bastards sorry they ever heard of you. Quickly, you rattle down to the surface of hell.
I love that these are voiced now. That's so great. Because especially the way these originally are.
Roland 1. I had fun doing these voiceovers.
Oh, yeah. You got to get the voice filter like in Doom 2016, Doom Eternal, where you're talking like the pure demons like, and now he is the Doom Slayer. You just, oh, it's so good. I love that voice. Well, wow, that was a lot of fun. Chat was a lot of fun. The game was a lot of fun. I'm honestly surprised I didn't get lost more than I did. But again, sticking to that wall hugging strategy, I just think was really what made it work. So next time we will warp to, what level is this? I mean, I know it's E3, but I'm trying to remember in Doom 2 terms. It's level 14? 13? I don't remember.
Roland 1. Map 15.
Oh, 15, okay. Gotcha.
Danny Marie AUC. Thank you for being here at Roland 1. We really appreciate you and the work you're doing.
100% second that, yes. Totally appreciate it. Totally appreciate it. And I did actually let them know they were looking for ideas in the...
Roland 1. No problem.
It's
my pleasure.
E1M1 magazine. I don't know if they'll reach out to you, but I did send them a link to your video and such, because I'm like, dude, if you guys want to cover something unique in retro first-person shooters, making Doom blind playable is really, really freaking cool. So I hope they do reach out to you. Like I said, even if you wanted to reach out to them and offer a story or something, I think that would be fantastic. That'd be awesome.
It'd be cool to hear from the E1M1 magazine.
Yep. I shouted you out, I think, on Twitter. So put your video up there, and so I don't know if they'll, like I said, hopefully they'll contact you. But yeah, thank you so much for stopping into the stream. You were there the whole time and hanging out, and
Jeffrey,
thanks to everybody.
I'm assuming it isn't, but can this be played on a MacBook without boot camp? If not, I'm gonna have to get a PC to play this beautiful mod. Shay Stirs, thanks for the stream.
I don't know. Is there a GZ Doom Mac port?
Thanks for making the mod.
That's a damn good question, actually. Is there a...
Roland 1, you're very welcome, Jesse. I had a lot of fun joining you and everyone.
Oh, it was wonderful. Is there a GZ Doom for the Mac? I know there used to be like Wolfenstein ports for the Mac. I don't know if there ever was for Doom. I honestly don't know the answer to that question. Do you, Alan?
Roland 1, you're welcome at Shay Stirs. Roland 1, I think there is.
So I wonder if that would work if you had the Doom 2 WAD and if you had the GZ Doom for Mac. Would that work? I honestly don't know. Without a boot camp partition, that's a really interesting question.
Doom does have a Mac accessible variant. You'll have to check zdoom.org.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, the best that I would recommend is, I forget who it was that brought that up. Like I said, go to that link in the GZ Doom forums or the video link that he posted in the chat earlier. download his mods and then just go grab the Mac version of GZ Doom. And then basically what you end up having to do is you, I don't know how to do it really on a Mac because I'm not a Mac guy, but essentially what I do is I have, like, if I switch over to my file explorer, I have the two files highlighted, and then I just drag them on top of the GZ Doom executable, and it pops up the thing. I know there's a way you can actually make a file that will run all of them, but I just don't remember how to do that. I think
it would work. There's nothing Windows specific in the mod, so you should be able to just load it into GZ Doom and be good to go.
Yeah, that's sort of what I'm thinking. You're probably right on that. I would be very curious if you tried that, to know if that did work, but I don't see why it wouldn't if there's a GZ Doom mod available for Mac. Because, it's all in the Doom engine, it's all whatever, so theoretically, it might. Anyway, oh wow, 9:30 almost. So we've been going for almost 3 hours, but it's been a fun stream. Thanks to everybody for showing up.
I'll be looking into this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Like I said, this is that's the thing, is I want more blind people, because I always hear on forums and Twitter and just in general, I hear like people complaining there's not enough blind accessible games. And there's all these card games and word games, and you get a few audio games here and there. But people are wanting more mainstream accessible games, and it takes a little bit of work to get it up and running, but once you do, you're playing adapted levels, but still, you're playing a mainstream game. You're playing the classic. So I really would like more blind players to give this game a shot, this mod a shot, because it is really, really
Danny
fun.
Maria UC, thanks for showing it off for us.
Indeed.
Congrats on a lovely stream.
Yeah.
Toes. Great stream, Jesse.
Much appreciated. I will... Kind of depends on when I get things uploaded and over to YouTube. Normally I kind of just do these. I unlock streams on Mondays, stream archives on Mondays. And I just kind of go in the order that they happened. But this one is really cool, and it's so accessibility related that if I get it, which I probably should, I might bump this one up to the top, and this one might be Monday's stream video. So I think it would be worth it. So any other thoughts or questions or just whatever, just kind of unwinding at the end of the stream, anybody? Like I said, I hope everyone's having a good weekend. It's freaking cold here. Not quite as cold as it was yesterday, I don't think. What is it here? Let's find out. It is... 20 degrees.
Jeffries,
hey, that's...
awesome stream.
It was like 1 degrees last time. It was like 1 or -1 when I looked last time. So, hey, 20 degrees, I'll take it. But just hanging out. You never know, maybe tomorrow afternoon, it depends on what I accomplish tonight, because I do have this urge. You know what I could do? I could, if you guys want to hang out longer, since I'm going to play it anyway, I could either keep the stream going or just stop it and then start it right up again. Because I'm going to play some more Vampire Survivor, probably. I'm going to get up and stretch for a minute, but it depends if you guys still want to hang out or not. But that game is just, regardless, I'm probably going to play it. So whether I do it on or off stream.
Eternal Noobs _ dorm room. Yes, yes, D play. I want to see the chaos.
Okay. Tell you what. Let me, because that way I want to keep this one. I want to keep this Doom thing separate. So actually, here's what I'll do. I'll keep the stream going, but I will stop the recording. So I'll do my wrap up here, and then we'll come back. Hold on. So let me do the wrap up here. Again, huge thank you to Mr. Alan D1 for joining the stream, being here for the whole time, and
Jeffries,
thanks for the mod. Again, we all super appreciate it. It's amazing this is out there. It's awesome.
Goes, would love to stay longer, Jesse, but I gotta go.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, no. Like I said,
Danny
thanks
Maria
for
UC,
it's so cool to have a
Twitch
developer.
Creates chapters on your streams if you use the categories BTW.
Oh, I haven't even figured out how to do that yet.
Thank you for inviting me to the stream, Jesse.
No problem.
I do have to go, but if anyone has any questions, they can contact me via YouTube or ZDoom forums.
Great. Yes, thank you very much. But yeah, like I said, it's awesome. It's just, I love the fact we got accessibility for this. You can follow me here on Twitch, twitch.tv/illegally-cited, illegally-cited.com.
Danny Maria UC, that category section on the right side of your screen. You enter a game and select it. You can also do it in the Twitch dashboard.
Yeah.
Danny Maria UC, left. I don't know directions.
That's okay. You can follow me on Twitter at BGFH79, and then youtube.com/illegally-cited. So I have not played with those sort of features right now. So we are going to just do it the old-fashioned way. We're going to stop the recording. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. I mean, you don't have to stop. We're not going to stop the stream, but we're going to stop the recording temporarily. But we're going to wrap up the stream here.
Roland 1, have a great evening.
Yep. Jesse. Have a great weekend.
Have a this again.
Sure.
Face.
Well, we still have episode 3 to burn through, so you never know what'll happen. Thanks again. So again, you can find the archive on youtube.com/illegally-cited, hopefully pretty soon. Until next time, I will chat with everyone again later.